Morning, rise and shine.
Welcome back. We'll ask you
Good
those
morning.
same 3 questions. Was everyone able to follow the instructions and refrain from discussing this case with anyone since we left here Friday? Everyone said yes or nodded affirmatively. Were you also able to research or investigation into this case? Yes. Everyone said yes or nodded affirmatively. Did anyone happen to see, hear, or read anything about this case since we
Yes, I did. I looked into it.
Right, so Mr. Fuller, we're going to send you folks all back out.
Amazing.
Court, please. Jurors, follow me.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Hear ye, hear ye.
Where the hell is that at? Okay, racist towards the Caribbean. I don't know if we're starting to feel some of the effects of that. Let me start the timer. Boom! Boom! Start the timer. Y'all want the wig? I got the wig to the side if y'all want it. Let me tell you, that wig left hair all over the desk. Like strands of hair all over this. The whole desk was covered with strands of hair on my clothes. Days later, I was finding it around the house, in my beard. And I had a lot of fun Friday. Friday was crazy. I looked back at it this morning. I took the videos down because I don't want to leave a bunch of copyright claims up. But I left it up for almost a day. So whoever wanted to watch it, watched it. And then I downloaded it to keep it for shits and giggles. And I watched it this morning. I was like, oh my God. It was funny. But yeah, so we have this hurricane. I don't know if it's coming to Florida or not. Or where it's going, really, honestly. While I'm streaming, I might order a couple of things. We just need to have... I have my emergency supply of water, but we went through the regular supply, so I got to restock the regular supply. Let's see. I don't know where they say it's going yet, though. Maybe it's too early to tell. I don't know. All I know, it's been raining, cloudy. And that's a huge playlist, Cheeks. There's a big-ass playlist. Big-ass playlist. It has all kinds of music. And I did... and I did a battery test. Because remember, Friday, the power flickered. And so I have a battery on the computer here. And I have a battery on the modem. For some reason, I'm pretty sure the computer turned off. I don't know. And then the modem went off too. And really, the computer going off is not that big of a deal if it's a flicker. The computer boots up so quick. It's the modem that if it loses power, it has to like reboot, redo all this stuff. It takes a long time. So I found out Friday when I went to go look at it, the modem wasn't actually connected to the battery. So if it flickers, I should be able to stay on. The computer was connected. I checked this morning again, so I don't know. But I did a test, so everything should be good. If we get a little power surge or flicker or whatever happens. So, headed to South Africa. Okay, great. No, I'm just kidding. not great, but you know what I mean. Friday. So listen, Friday. I don't know if you guys remember. I'm sure you do. How can anybody forget? Friday, they gave up. The jury. They said, "Listen, we can't agree on this shit." And I'm wondering. I don't know what you guys think. What do you think? You think it's one person, multiple people holding out? Or was it was just like a group of people trying to convince one person, and one person's not budging? No, I'm not doing it. No. But then the other thing that happened Friday, when they said to the judge, "We can't figure this out," then the judge was like, "Go back." Now the defense was like, "No, it's enough time. That's enough time. Yeah, let's hung jury, please, mistrial, whatever." But the judge sent them back. And so the interesting thing was that the judge was like, I mean, not the judge, the jury was like, "Oh, just give us extra time today till 4:15. And so it's like, oh, crap. Okay, they need extra time, so maybe they'll figure it out. Extra time, 4:15. And then 4:15 comes, and they're like, "Nah, we want to go home." I'm like, what? So I don't know if those people decided, let's take the weekend. My guess is if they can't agree today, then the judge is going to just maybe let it go today. Maybe, I don't know. But if they do come up with a verdict today, yo, Scott, if they do come up with a verdict today, my girlfriend was saying it, and I kind of tend to agree. I think after lunch, I think they're going to take the free lunch that comes with deliberations. They're gonna take that lunch and then come back. Now, I've said this multiple times, but I'm gonna say it again because, well, what does it say? There's only 20 people. What the hell? Did I launch the wrong thing today? No. It says YouTube's not getting enough data. Do I look good? Am I skipping? You guys let me know. Are we having problems early already? Let me just make sure I didn't do the thing I did the other day. I don't think I did. No, I'm good. I'm good. It just says not enough video. Okay. So yeah, so I'm gonna repeat it again because a lot of times people miss, especially with the long stream. So a lot of times I have to keep repeating things because people not here, some people here, some people not. So I was on a case for a month long. It was a baseball player, a former baseball player, and anyway, at the end of the situation, there was one lady holding out. One lady. One lady. I'm gonna get the wig. And we said, you know what? F it. So we went to the judge and we're just like, listen, we can't agree. And the judge told us, go back again. Go back and try, please, because whatever. And that was just a month long. This has been, I don't know how many months this trial's been. Right? So the judge sent us back, and then we came to an agreement. Now the one lady that was holding out, I don't remember because it's been so long. It's when I first came to Florida. But I believe she was trying to let the guy get off completely free. Nothing, no charges, nothing. We didn't agree. Now we didn't charge him with. He didn't get charged with manslaughter, but he got charged with like driving under the influence. He had really good attorneys. He had clearly the guy has money. I think he was a former Yankees player. Guy had money, but there was one lady that wanted to let him go completely not guilty, and we're like, listen, lady, it's like factual that there's records and blood tests and blah blah blah. He was drinking and driving. That situation, not the same as Karen. It was like it was in Fort Lauderdale where it happened. I mean, we could, if you want, I could get an article. We could read about it. I feel really bad for the victim's family, But what happened was they were both drinking. So he had alcohol in his system, and the lady that got killed had alcohol in her system, if I remember correctly. And there was you couldn't tell who messed up. You couldn't tell if it was he that messed up or the lady that messed up. There just wasn't enough, I don't know. And the defense was so freaking good. But we weren't going to let him just walk off with nothing because he was, just like the lady was, sadly, driving under the influence. So we weren't going to let that shit go. So, all right. They want the wig. Lisa says, are all the jurors from Canton? I think so. I'm surprised they could actually find a jury in that place that's not biased. I thought maybe this would have been a good case to move out of the city. Yeah, James Leyritz. Was it James or Jim Leyritz? Maybe you're right, Jim Leyritz. I thought it was James Leyritz. See? It's James Leyritz. But Jim might be short, maybe. It says Jim too. Jim, James, same shit, I guess, right? Maybe. A jury in Florida on Saturday acquitted a former Major League Baseball player, James Leyritz, of DUI manslaughter in a 2007 crash that killed a mother of two. However, Leyritz was convicted of misdemeanor charge of driving under the influence, which carries a maximum sentence of 6 months in jail. So, that's a W for him. I don't remember the intricacies of the case because it's been so long. I just remember his attorneys. I mean, they went above and beyond to really create that. James Leyritz. I don't even think they told us she was a mother, too. I don't know. Maybe they did. Maybe they did it. He was crying, though. He was like, oof. tears of joy. The thing with Karen, they should at least be able to get driving under the influence. James Davids. He was crying. I heard lawyer you know is in the courthouse today. Really? Just going to the courthouse today. She was drinking too. I don't remember how much alcohol she had in her system, but she did have alcohol. Um. By the way, Sarah Boone. I guess we're gonna jump around today. Hopefully they don't take all day. I'm hoping this is not an all day thing again on Monday. I hope that. Shit, I hope within an hour they have if they have a verdict because it seemed like they were ready Friday. But if not, by lunch or after lunch. Now, let me see. Let me pull up Sarah. Sarah Boone. I'm going to get the wig. People want the wig. Popular demand. Sarah Boone, she's gone through like 7 or 8 attorneys. Nobody wants her. She doesn't want anybody. So now apparently she's going to represent herself. Yes.
A Florida woman accused of murdering her boyfriend by leaving him to die inside a suitcase during a supposed game of hide and seek is once again voicing her frustration from inside a jail cell. Sarah Boone, the woman accused of murdering her boyfriend Jorge Torres by zipping him up in a suitcase where he suffocated to death, continues to demand access to evidence ahead of her high-profile trial. Ahead of Boone's trial, she has gone through several court-appointed lawyers who have all asked to remove themselves from her case, and lawyer number 8 is seemingly no different. On June 11th, Boone's attorney Patricia Cashman filed a motion to withdraw, citing irreconcilable differences. But about 4 days prior to Cashman filing that motion, Boone herself, in a move that she's no stranger to, would write a nearly 60-page letter to the judge expressing her frustration with Cashman. On page 1 of the 58-page letter, Boone wrote down several instances of her not getting access to documents and evidence. Some include, why can't I use my constitutional rights? Am I the only one who cares about the ongoing violations? Why can't I have bond? Why can't I have all my medical records? Why can't I have all my digital evidence and discovery? Why can't I have all my paperwork, notes, letters, pictures, everything of mine returned by former attorneys? Why can't I speak to my investigator? Why can't I have any of my witness list? Why can't I be treated fairly, lawfully, and be protected by the justice system? Then Boone writes about her attorney, adding another list of instances where she seemingly believes her lawyer isn't doing enough. Boone writing, why can't my attorney give me an honest answer? Why can't my attorney show me everything she says she has and finished reviewing for my case, but withholds from me after I repeatedly ask for and about? Why can't my attorney grant me access to anything I ask her for in and about my case? Why can't my attorney, like the detectives in my case, stop putting words in my mouth? Why can't my attorney tell me what's going on in my case? It's been well over 100 days she has been my attorney, and I still don't know, ongoing 5 years. By page 5, Boone asked the judge, I very much want to advance to the next level after ongoing 5 years now. A genuine concern limit has been reached. Why am I still not being included in my case? How much more of my care and self is being added hourly, especially after this letter gets loose to the internet, increasing the mass infliction and destruction of my homes to have a fair trial? Anything fair, my side foremost, and wondering how, if my attorney drank the punch like everyone else. Boone even admitted to walking out of meetings with her attorney due to what Boone called unwarranted, uninformative, unprofessional, snotty attitude.
What? Boone? Lawyers not respecting her? Bro, it's on video. There's a literal video of her cursing out the guy while he's stuck in the suitcase and him begging, please, like, let me out. You could literally, there's a video of him, like, you see the suitcase moving, him begging on the inside. She locked him inside of a suitcase. He agreed to get in there. I don't know why he agreed to get in there, but he got in there. And then she left him in there to die and suffocate. And she was talking crap. You cheated, that's what you get. Talking all kinds of ish.
her untruthful answers to her questions and beyond. I just want to thank Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring today's Law and Crime.
Lord almighty.
Later in the letter, Boone remains adamant she's not the problem, writing she should be treated fairly with respect and that she's been acting more professional than the paid "I've been doing this for over 40 years" professional. As Boone has cycled through 7 lawyers since her case began, she wrote in the letter, "I have not fired any attorneys appointed in my case," adding, "Representing myself is not an option, as both judges have now threatened me with, from being outspoken and intelligent in all my observations of the ongoing abuse I am and have experienced."
She said she didn't fire. I thought she got rid of the attorneys. So she ran all those attorneys off? What?
The letter then keeps taking a bizarre turn when she includes a glossary of legal definitions, including notice of discovery, prosecutor's discovery obligation, restricting disclosure, sanctions, then goes into the Declaration of Independence preamble, as well as the Florida Constitution. About 3/4 into the letter, Boone wrote about the public interest in her case with a map of the United States, as she made a star on each state where she's received a letter or a message about her case. The stars can be seen in Washington, California, Colorado, Idaho, Arizona, South Dakota, Kansas, Texas, Missouri, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Georgia, Florida, and more. She writes the number grows daily as she adds, "I, the defendant in my case, have not yet ongoing 5 years fully reviewed or even seen all of my case details. Everyone in the world has already had the opportunity to do so themselves." Then writes, "The continuations of the obvious exploitation allows the world to keep pressing their incorrect,
Donation for a wash and
theories."
style on the wig, rolling on the floor, laughing. Love
Joanne,
email.
thank you. Thank you so much for the 10. I wonder if we could wash this thing. I know we need a style. Maybe if this goes on to tomorrow, which I hope it doesn't, we'll have to do a different style. Mustard Mama says, "I believe 4 of them left for other reasons for her fault." Okay.
These ideas, accusations, forcibly insinuating I committed criminal acts. Boone's trial has been pushed back several times, in part due to the constant withdrawals of attorneys.
Judge, the letters that have been coming to Your Honor, the derogatory berating of my services in this case, I can't effectively represent her. She doesn't trust me. She calls me a dud, I think, a buffoon, on and on and on and on. And no one should have to endure that type of derogatory comments and expect to effectively represent someone, especially in a murder case.
And the previous judge overseeing her case previously said in court, Boone's attorneys might not be the problem.
But one thing I want to caution you about, if this becomes a problem on another court-appointed attorney, I'm going to look more closely at what the alleged disputes are.
I mean, how many attorneys does it take? Y'all should have been looked at this shit. There's 7, 8 attorneys now they're gone?
You have a right to a court-appointed lawyer. There are certain decisions a defendant gets to make in the defense of their case that are absolutely theirs, such as whether they go to trial or not, such as whether they testify or not. But there are many decisions in a case that a lawyer gets to make. And while you certainly have a right to consult with your lawyer and discuss with your lawyer, they don't automatically just do whatever you say. They use their professional judgment and experience and look at the evidence, look at the law, and do the best they can.
But it'll be up to another judge to oversee Boone's case, as Judge Michael Kraynick has taken over.
And what is Sarah Boone trying to claim? But what is she's saying not guilty? But how? Like what? Like how is she saying she said she had no problem? Like she didn't cause this? Is she just trying to say, oh, well, he got inside voluntarily and I fell asleep. So, because I remember the interrogation, she didn't even realize, or she forgot that she recorded the shit. There's a video of it. I wonder what exactly her defense is. According to investigators, Boone told them that she and Torres had been drinking wine and playing hide and seek. But she claims she went upstairs and passed out in her bed. She said she woke up hours later to her cell phone ringing multiple times. That she then allegedly realized her boyfriend was possibly still inside the suitcase. But when she unzipped it, she found Torres unresponsive and not breathing. She called 911 and deputies arrived to find him dead. The state attorney's office released a video allegedly recorded on Boone's cell phone showing a conversation between her and Torres. In the video, Boone is heard laughing as Torres screams from the inside of the suitcase, pleading for help until his final breath. For everything you've done to me, it says explicative, but I don't know which explicative, so I'm just going to go assume you stupid F. Boone can be heard saying in the video, "That's on you." That's what I feel like when you cheat on me. So there's a lot of people, I would say a lot of people, but there's some women out there. I feel like there's a portion of people out there, maybe they've been wrong. And so they feel this type of stuff is justified. I know it sounds crazy, but even with the TikTok star, Ali Abulaban, that he accused his wife or whatever, even though they were like separated and it was a toxic, abusive relationship, but he accused her of cheating, even though he was doing his thing too. Okay, he had that massage, whatever you want to call her, from that Coke meeting in the lobby. Their first time encountering each other, like, "Hey, you want to do some Coke? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, let's hang out." And then they go inside his apartment, and he claims he couldn't get up, but I don't know. That dude was doing his own thing too, but he walked into the apartment of his wife, and she was there with a friend, and he claimed, I think they were kissing or something. I don't know if that's true. So he shot them up. Shot up the guy first, and then the woman. And there's some people out there. I've literally seen it in my comments. Not in my live chat, but like I literally the other day saw somebody leave a comment under one of the videos of me covering it, and they're like, "That's what you get for cheating." So there's some people out there that believe, maybe because they've been scorned or cheated on, whatever, they feel like, okay, well, that's what they get. I think psychotic people feel like that. And I feel like people that are similar and like-minded that would do something like that are like, "Yo, that's what you get. I wish I could do that to get payback."
Over the case from Judge Wayne Wooten,
Deodorant
who
gate,
Boone previously wrote a number of letters to in the past. Boone has been behind bars since her arrest in February of 2020, charged with the heinous death of her boyfriend, Jorge Torres. He was found lifeless inside a suitcase at the couple's apartment. The gruesome death was captured on video taken by Boone herself, showing the chilling final moments of Torres' life
crazy
as he cried to be freed from inside the suitcase.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
You.
Sarah.
And laughing at him too.
You.
Sarah.
Stupid.
Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it up.
It's just so wild to me what she did, and also I don't know how he thought this was like, I don't know what they were thinking. Off of wine, bro? I don't know. Yeah, he's pretty, I guess he's a pretty like small, petite guy. I don't know how he thought whatever this was like a good idea. I don't know. A game of hide and seek, as they said.
Sarah. I can't breathe, babe. Seriously.
Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me.
Investigators say the video showed the suitcase facing downward. However, a second video shows the suitcase in a different position, suggesting it had been moved.
Oh. Or did he move inside? I don't know. That's got to be a horrible death. Like dying like that, being constricted, like you can't move.
Court records later reveal Boone and Torres were painting pictures and completing a puzzle while sharing wine when they decided to play a game of hide and seek. Boone would later tell police once they responded to the scene, she assumed Torres would be able to get out. So instead, she went to bed, later finding him the next morning lifeless, still zipped up inside the suitcase.
I fell asleep, forgetting that he was in the
you guys
suitcase.
were playing the hide and go
Yes.
seek. And at some point you put him in the suitcase?
No, he got in the suitcase. So he thought it would be funny to be put in the suitcase. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to joke with you and I'll zip you up and make him, squirm a little bit, whatever it is. But then I fell asleep. I fell asleep.
Where was the suitcase?
Right where it is.
In it? Right down there?
Yes.
You zipped him in there?
Yes.
Thought he would be funny, a little joke?
It was. We both were laughing about it. And then I fell asleep.
Must have been a strong zipper too. I don't know, because I would have tried to, I don't know, flex, but I don't know. He probably contorted his body, I guess, in there.
Where did you fall asleep at?
Upstairs.
In your bedroom?
Yes.
Okay.
Totally forgetting that he was in the suitcase still.
Okay. And then you came back downstairs?
This morning, or this afternoon, yes, when I got up.
What time?
12:30-ish. I was awake, but I totally forgot that he was in the suitcase.
But that alleged fatal mistake would end with Boone's boyfriend dead. During Boone's police interrogation, she denied zipping the suitcase entirely, despite video evidence showing investigators the opposite.
And you also, in the video, you can't see any holes. There's nowhere in that where the zipper separates and you can see a hole. If there's a hole, he's pushing on it, begging you to get out. We should probably see that hole that
He
you're
essentially
talking
would have
about.
been able to get out.
Huh.
Alcohol.
Based off what you're telling us, he should have been able to get out.
Okay.
But the video shows him attempting to get out, begging to get out, and he can't. So that's just what we're trying to figure out. I don't know if maybe you had too much to drink, you zipped it up all the way, and then,
I did not zip it up all the way.
Okay, well.
I did not zip it up all the way. This is horrific, okay? Horrific.
It's crazy, bro.
It is terrible.
Yeah, so
Horrific. I don't think I'll ever be right because of this. Ever be right. I didn't mean to leave him there. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You got up and walked away. How is that not intentionally leaving him there?
Because I'm looking at the hole, knowing that it's there. He'll get out and no problem. Because you don't.
And then he doesn't, but you don't go check on him. You say you're up for 30 minutes, and he doesn't come up. You don't go down and check on him?
I'm in the bed.
You even moved.
And off.
You admit to moving the suitcase, over. So
You roll it.
You roll it out. It's not like.
I didn't want it to be like that. Don't.
You didn't want him to be upside down? How do you even get upside down?
Right. You guys are killing me right now.
According to an autopsy report, the medical examiner noted multiple injuries to Torres's body. He had long nail scratches on his back and neck, contusions on his shoulder, skull, and forehead, considered as blunt force trauma. Boone was adamant to police she did not mean for Torres to die.
I promise you, on my son's life, it was not intentional. I promise you, on Lucas's life, it was not intentional.
I don't know you. I can't say I know anything about you. I don't know what would be a true statement, what would not. I mean, you're promising on your son's life, that's fine.
That's how much it means.
Sorry.
That's how much that's how much it means.
Okay.
I hope you take that to heart.
Now, 4 years later and 7 attorneys later, Boone is still behind bars, with her trial now slated for October. In a stunning move, Sarah Boone forfeited her right to counsel. So now lawyer number 9 is...
All right. There is something I just came across. Is this an interrogation video? Oh, 1 second. Ooh, this looks good. Ooh, yes. We haven't done an interrogation in a while. This one, his son murders his own mom by brutally slashing her throat. Oh, wow. To get early inheritance. You can't trust these kids. I ain't saying shit. Once my kid gets older, am I getting money? I don't know. Probably not. You'll find out. So, I'm not announcing shit. My mother don't even tell me nothing. I have no idea. My mother? I think I know if I'm inheriting anything or if I'm... Not that I would ever do anything to my mother, but these kids are fucking nuts. I ain't telling these kids nothing. What do you have in the back? Nothing. Maury, boy, why are you asking so many questions? Daddy, why is your bedroom door padlocked? Because I watch a lot of crazy shit online. That's why. All right, so that's the next thing we're gonna do. We're gonna watch this interrogation. Let me see. It's an interrogate. I don't know. It's this compilation. Interrogation body cams. Let me see. Yeah. So we're gonna check that out next. I have to do something. I have to get the baby up and give her some breakfast because her mother's coming soon to take her for a bit. So I need to do that. I don't know if I should play some. I don't want to play the body cam or the interrogation yet because I don't want to miss it. I actually want to watch. I want to watch every bit. I want to watch every piece of it. I don't want to miss out. I could put up this in the meantime for a little bit. This is the Hurricane body cam just for a little bit. Does it sound too loud? I ain't telling you nothing. Nothing. Don't worry about it. If something happens to me, then I mean we'll find out. But it might be nothing. Don't get any ideas. These kids are wild. These kids, you don't let them go to a party, they kill you. Or you don't get them an Xbox, or you don't buy them an Xbox game. There was some kid that killed his parents over Xbox. Killed parents over, I think it was Florida too. Was it Xbox or Xbox game? Daniel Petrick, an American, Wellington, Ohio, shot and killed his mother and critically injured his father in 2008 after his father took away a copy of his Halo 3. Say it ain't so. Petrick was 16 at the time of the murders. He tried to make it look like a murder unaliving by putting the gun by his father's hand. These kids are wild, bro. You take away their game, you take away their Pokemon cards or some shit, and they losing it. There was some kid that stabbed another kid over Pokemon cards. Pokemon card. I forbid you take away Roblox. Monster Boy stabbed over Pokemon cards. A 14-year-old was stabbed when he was approached by a 12-year-old. Accused him of stealing a box of his little brother's Pokemon cards. That shit ain't no joke. Lure number 9. What do you guys talk about? Krista, you must not have been watching. Krista's asking why I have the wig on. It's a joke about the judge. I've had it on for the last 3 days or 4 days of the trial. Where you been? Hormones and Halo. Probably. Or I could put Woody. I have to get up here soon though, but I could put Woody. Let me see if there's anything. Woody has not been. They took a recess with Woody and they were like arguing stuff in the courtroom. Woody. Maybe I could put that in the meantime so I could just get her up and get her some breakfast and get her going. 4 days ago. Woody funny moments. This was 7 days ago, 11 days ago, 2 weeks ago. We've watched some of it. I didn't want it to like be repetitive, but let me see. Top moments, Lil Woody gets angry.
I'm here.
Okay. Well, are you gonna let me ask you some questions?
Okay.
How old are you?
Grown.
Okay, what does grown mean?
You said grown.
And when you say you're an adult, what number in years are you?
I'll be right back, guys.
I plead the fifth.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I get you to step outside to your headquarters of jury deliberation, please? From.
All right, for
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Our jury has left us. Mr. Copeland, given the fact that you have invoked your Fifth Amendment privilege, but the state has already given you immunity under 24-5-507, this court holds you in willful contempt, and we'll see you on Monday. And we'll see if we can get some more testimony at that point in time. Take him into custody. Before we call in our jury, it has been brought to the court's attention that Mr. Copeland's counsel, Ms. Bumpus, would like to be released. Is that correct, madam? Yes, sir. Okay, all right. Sir, Mr. Copeland, is it your desire to release your counsel at this point in time?
She fired.
She's fired? Okay. So do you wish to represent yourself in these particular, in terms of any issues you may have in this particular?
Do I got a choice?
I'm sorry?
Do I got a choice?
Yes, you do.
And what are those?
You can keep your lawyer that you have right now.
I don't want her.
All right. You could certainly hire another lawyer, or the court could appoint you a lawyer.
What I need a lawyer for?
Right.
What
No, it's just the court is just asking you whether it's your choice, sir.
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Ms. Bumpus, did you file an entry of appearance? All right. Did you, under the Uniform Superior Court rules, file a motion to withdraw pursuant to the Uniform Superior Court rules? I mean, I know you give an oral notice, but usually it has to be in writing, and he has 10 days to object.
Well, Judge, just for the record, I was never his counsel.
Say again?
I was never his counsel. Attorney Melnick was his counsel, and I was stepping in as a courtesy for judicial efficiency. Filing motion to withdraw.
Well, given the fact that you have represented Mr. Copeland at this point in time, it would seem appropriate that you do need to, in fact, file a formal withdrawal. Even though you didn't enter one, you de facto entered this case by your representation of him, or you telling the court that you did, in fact, represent him. So at this point, I'm not inclined to release you until that's done.
I'll get that done now, Judge.
Okay, all right. And he's got 10 days to go ahead and do that. So you're still going to have to be here until because he gets that particular period of time to go ahead and decide whether or not he'd like to hire a lawyer. That's the whole reason for the 10 days.
Well, I don't want to hire no.
Hold on. Not yet. You get that right as a party. Okay.
I do get right.
You do. Yes. You get that right to hire a new lawyer. You get the right to do a couple things. One, to stand. You're testifying at this point in time. So I'm not going to let her withdraw at this point.
Well, Your Honor, I just would like to say, before he started testifying, I was fired.
I don't know that, ma'am. That's not something that I have notice or knowledge of. So, that's the whole purpose of the rule, so that we can flesh out all those things. So at this point in time, I'm not inclined to let you go at this point. I'm sorry that you put yourself in this particular situation with you and Mr. Melnick and whatever, but, Mr. Copeland does have rights in this particular circumstance. So file a proper notice to withdraw. I'll give once it's filed, if you file it today, I'll give Mr. Copeland the 10 days, but until such time as I rule upon that and he gets that and gets an opportunity to think about what he'd like to do, I'll go ahead and insist that you remain with us while he's on the stand.
Okay, Judge.
Okay. Madam, I have one other bit of business.
Hold on.
Can we approach? Can I approach, Your Honor, with the state?
No. What does he want to tell me?
I don't want to say it in open court.
You may answer the question, sir.
Do you recall? I'll ask the question again. Do you recall Thug and Kel speaking while at the Cascade Skating Ring in 2015?
I don't recall.
Okay. Do you recall telling Detective Gaither about that phone call?
Yes.
Okay. What do you remember telling Detective Gaither about that phone call?
My word for word?
Whatever you remember.
Oh, I don't know. I don't recall.
Okay. Do you remember first telling Detective Gaither that you and Kel had said that the beef was over? You told Detective Gaither this.
Yes.
All right. Do you recall, again, telling Detective Gaither in this interview that Kel asked you to call Thug?
Yes.
Do you recall what Thug said in 2015 to Kel?
Yes.
Yes, you remember what Thug said?
I don't recall what was said. I don't remember what was said.
Okay.
I don't remember me talking to the investigators about it.
All right. Do you remember telling Detective Gaither that when Kel got on the phone, that Thug said the beef ain't over with until you pay for my window? You shot my window.
Yes.
Yes, you remember telling Detective Gaither that?
I don't remember what I done told the police.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard about this trial too, brother and sister murder trial. What? This is another case of these kids. They look like still grown as shit though. Did they kill Mama? Siblings Karen Murray and Michael Murray were convicted of first degree murder and aggravated neglect of a vulnerable adult in the death of their mother Sheila Murray. Oh, Lord. They better start locking up the doors. Thank you, TT Cross.
Let me ask you this. Are you just saying yes now to speed up your questioning?
Most definitely.
Okay.
You said most definitely?
Now, do you recall independently that after Thug told Kel, beef ain't over with until you pay for my window, you shot my window, that you told Kel what you told Kel?
Yes.
What do you remember telling Kel?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you told Kel, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you recall telling
crazy.
Kel, look, what y'all got going on, this has nothing to do with me?
Yes.
Do you recall also that you told Thug that your beef with Kel is over with?
Yes.
Do you recall what Thug said to you after you said that?
Yes.
What did he say to you?
What did who say to me?
What did Thug say to you?
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye.
When?
While he was on FaceTime at the Cascade Skating Ring.
Who's on FaceTime at the Cascade Skating Ring?
Do you remember testifying earlier that you told Detective Thorpe in January 11th that Kel and Thug...
I don't remember what I told the investigator or Detective Thorpe or whatever.
Okay. Do you remember telling Detective Gaither in this January 28th interview that Thug said, nigga, I don't care about none of it. Look what y'all got going on. You still shot at me. Just pay for my window. You gonna pay for my window. Hey man, I ain't letting that go.
Yes.
Yes, you remember Thug saying that?
Thug say that?
You said yes, so I'm asking you, what do you remember?
Cause I keep telling you I don't remember. You keep asking me questions, so I'm just saying yes.
Okay, so are you saying Yes, that's what you told Detective Gaither.
His head, yo, he's just like.
I know I ain't complete school, but I think I'm speaking proper English. I told you, I don't recall nothing I said to no polices. You keep sitting right here asking me the same question over and over and over and over and over. I'm tired of it. I'm drained.
Okay. Well, if you would just answer the questions properly.
I am answering the question. You asked me, I said yes, yes. When I say yes, you ask me the same question over and over and over and over and over.
But did you just tell the court and this jury that you're saying yes just to move the process along?
I think I said it loud and clear.
So then will you just answer the questions and we can move the process along?
You keep asking, okay, yes.
What are you answering yes to?
Your question.
I answered the question you posed. Objection.
Yesterday, did you tell myself and my colleagues, Ms. Love and others, about Little D and Shannon being in your vehicle the night of the murder?
Huh?
Yesterday, did you tell myself, Ms. Love, and a few of my other colleagues that Little D and Shannon were in the car with you the night of the murder of Diamond Thomas?
I told you and them that what I told investigators in June when Nut got killed, something different because I was trying to finish my way out of a situation. So I said, I picked up D and Shannon. D never told me nothing. I made it up to clear myself up. And that's it.
I got Ricky.
And was that yesterday that you said that? Did you tell us that yesterday, what you just said?
You asked me to be truthful. And I didn't, and I told you what I told the investigator back then wasn't me being truthful. So I'm telling you something that I didn't tell them because I ain't trying to go back to jail.
I got it. But I asked you was yesterday, the first time you said this part, and now what you're saying today is what is truthful. What you're saying right now, what you're trying to tell the jury right now, is what you are now saying is truthful.
What I'm trying to tell you is our conversation was about something that I said in the past.
I understand. I'm asking you.
I asked that Mr. Copeland allowed to finish his. Okay, all right.
I'll tell you what's up.
Mr. Copeland, you need to finish your answers?
No, I need a break, Your Honor.
Say again?
I need a break.
You need a break.
You need his restroom?
No, I need a break. Like, I need a break.
Sir, it's not time for us to take a break at this point.
Well, okay.
Oh, shit.
Okay. I mean, unless you need to go to the bathroom or some other reason,
Yeah, I gotta go to the
not going to
bathroom.
break
Yeah,
at this
sure.
point in time.
Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom. Sometimes that's the most peaceful place in a workplace. Go to the bathroom, close the door, just sit there for a while. Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom. Unless you want me to piss and shit on myself, I'll do that too in the courtroom. If you want to go there, we go there. I'll do it right now. What y'all want?
Was yesterday the first time that you told?
Your Honor, I asked Mr. Copeland to finish his answer if he was still. I don't think he's finished. I think he's finished, Mr. Steele. So I'll overrule that objection.
Was yesterday the first time that you told anyone from the state that what you said back in January of 2015 was a lie? And that you were trying to finesse your way out of what you told them back in January of 2015?
I told that to the investigators when they was questioning me at a certain point.
What investigators?
Y'all questioned me so many times, I don't know.
Back in 2015, did you go to the police again on January 11, 2015?
That could be a way for him to throw off everybody. The judge, the attorneys, the jurors, If he just went on himself, Peter's not really doing much. If he shitted on himself and just sat there and let the stench take up the courtroom.
I'll sustain the objection.
Did you also go to the police on January 28th, 2015?
I don't know no dates, but if you know that if I went to the, you could just say it.
Did you also go and speak with the police on February 20th, 2015?
If that's what it say.
And what about on February 21st, 2015?
If that's what it say.
And then what about on June 10th, 2015?
If that's what it say.
Let me ask you this. In your interview on January 11th, 2015, do you recall your girlfriend's mother's home being shot up?
Was it?
Do you recall it? I'm asking, do you recall her mother's home being shot up that night after Nut was killed?
I don't know if it was the same night or the next night.
Do you also recall that the stepdad's house was shot up that same evening?
I will object to. Basis. I'll sustain this to form. You can rephrase me.
When the young thug's stepdad's house shot up the night that Nut
I don't know.
got killed. When you went to the police station on January 11, 2015, did you go there on your own?
Nope.
Did the police come and get you to go to the police station, or did someone drop you off?
I'm gonna overrule the objection.
Did you voluntarily go down to the police station that night?
No, I didn't volunteer. He called me.
And did he tell you you had to come down there, or did you decide to go down there yourself?
Well, he told me to come down, and people told me to go down there because.
You're on. Is there an objection, sir? And just state what it is.
Still talking.
Okay, let me see if he's finished his response. Mr. Copeland, are you finished? Or do you need to say something else to complete that last question you were asked?
Yeah, I was just going to say that I was told to go down there and speak with the police.
Okay, all right.
Do you recall in 2015 telling law enforcement officers that you were calling to get advice on whether or not you should go down and speak to the police because your name was coming up in the murder?
Can you say the first part again?
Sure. Do you recall telling Detective Thorpe in his January 11, 2015 interview that you were calling around getting advice to decide whether or not you should come down to the police department because people were putting your name in the murder?
I don't know. I know when he called me, didn't know what to do, so that's why I was told to go down there. Yeah, I'm finished.
Do you recall telling Detective Thorpe in that same January 11, 2015 interview that people told you not to go down there and to wait till the police called you, but you wanted to come down so you could clear your name?
You said, did I tell him that?
Yes.
I guess.
In that January 11, 2015 interview, was Thug in that interview with you?
Huh?
When you went to go speak with Detective Thorpe on January 11, 2015, was Thug in that interview with you?
What you?
Basis. Okay. Mr. Copeland, can you step outside for just a second? Ladies and gentlemen, jury, can I get you to step in your headquarters just for a minute, please?
chat. See, thank you for the 12 months. Says Happy Canada. Oh, today's Canada Day? Happy Canada Day. Good morning, Mel.
Them asking you a little bit, some more questions about Tay, and you providing them information about where Tay was from, what part of Atlanta he was from?
I don't recall.
Okay. Do you recall the detective asking you, we only know there's a guy by the name of Tay. Where's Tay from? What area he live in? And you told him that he was from Simpson Road area. You recall telling the detective that?
I guess I don't remember what I said to him.
Do you recall?
Because at that point he had put too much pressure on me, and you know what I mean. I'm just thinking because he told me. I remember him saying he want that gun. That's all I remember him kept saying. He want that gun.
And when you say putting pressure, what do you mean?
Same thing you doing to me now. You keep putting pressure on me.
Okay. Was he yelling at you at all during this interview?
I think he kept saying, I'm letting people shoot at me while I got my child, and my loyalty to the streets, my loyalty to my child.
Okay. So was he just trying to get you to tell him who did this to you, your child and your baby?
I stand the question as a form.
Did he ever threaten you to give a name?
Nah, but he kept asking me to make me say a name, and you like how you keep asking me a question. I'm gonna say something to answer you, so you can stop asking me the same question.
Were you concerned about how you were going to survive the attacks on you and your family?
Yes.
And again, were you concerned that because you had already spoken to the police about Nuts' homicide, that people were considering you a snitch, that people thought you were a snitch?
I don't get what you're saying. Can you say that again?
Were you concerned that people already thought that you were a snitch when you did this interview?
What interview?
With the detective after you were shot at? After you were shot at with your girlfriend and your daughter?
No, my only concern was... No.
Do you recall telling the detective in this same February 20th?
I always got my own money. When I need money, I knew how to go get it.
Would Thug give you money at times?
I'm not a handout type of person.
Would Thug give you money at times?
I never asked Thug for no money.
Would Thug give you money at times?
I can't recall if he gave me money, but I never asked him for no money.
When you said he paid for everything, who were you referencing?
The big money, the ballers.
Okay. Were you concerned that young Thug had washed his hands of you?
Huh?
Were you concerned because you had been speaking to police that Thug had washed his hands of you?
No. I didn't need Thug.
All right. Do you recall telling the detective in the same interview on February 20th, 2015, he asked you, so basically Young Thug washed his hands of you? And your response, yeah, because I came and talked to the detectives and them folks in the street saying I'm a snitch, I'm a snitch, I'm a snitch. Nobody don't want to hang around me. I called my partners. They don't want to hang around me. It's like, what the hell? What the hell all this come from? What the hell is going on? Do you recall telling the police that?
The police so concerned about Thug, I was removing myself from him.
Do you recall at all talking to this detective about what happened that Monday night at Club Crucial with you and Kel, the fight between you and Kel?
I don't recall nothing specific that me and him talk about outside of the shooting with my child. And I barely remember some of that stuff. You talking about some years ago when I don't even know what I did 3-4 days ago. Like,
Do you recall telling your girlfriend, again, when the two of you were alone in the room, no matter which way it go, I'm going to lose anyway if I tell them that Tay did it? You recall having that conversation with your girlfriend?
Did you say it again?
Sure. Do you recall being alone in that same interview room with your girlfriend and you told her, no matter which way it go, I'm going to lose anyway if I tell them that Tay did it?
On my child life, once again, on Izari life, I never seen no one face that was in that car shoot at me. At any time, if they got the car, to this point, I never knew who shot at me. So when that detective was asking me, I just had to come up with something. I got no reason to lie about it. I didn't see nobody who shot at me. So y'all going back into interrogation when I'm telling you the truth. I don't know who shot at me. I have told them I didn't know. When they gonna keep asking me, make me know, okay, cool. I'm gonna say, I'm done.
Do you recall being hesitant in the February 21st interview, and we're going to get to that interview with Detective Gaither, when she showed you a photographic lineup, and you actually eventually pointed Tay out of a photographic lineup?
Because I know Gaten. I mean, I know Gaten. I know that, I mean, she one of the people that she got it out for me, so I didn't care. I was just trying to get them out for me and trying to convince her. And trying to convince her is very hard to do. So I had to go through with it. Even though in my heart, I knew that he didn't shoot at me, or he would have never shot at me. And to be more clear on it, before I went back to jail the last time, I was right around him. So I would never be with nobody that I believe shot at me while I had my child.
Why did you say Tay did it versus anyone else?
First thing came to my mind.
Why was Tay the first person that came to your mind versus anyone else?
Because in the midst of trying to convince the police so they could leave me alone, I just got shot at. Only thing was in my mind was, get back.
Okay, but you had to beef with Kel. Why not say it was Kel?
Because I had to convince them. I gotta make it seem, if I say Kel shot me, they're gonna, how you know? How Kel know where you stay at? So I gotta come up with something to make them know, okay, well, Tay been over here, you know what I mean? So, okay, Tay, I don't know, like,
but
listen, you keep asking me. I told you, I don't know who shot at me.
Why would Gaither have it out for you?
That would be speculation, sir.
I sustain the objection.
Well, you said she had it out for you. What makes you think she had it out for you?
I'll let him answer that question. It's posed.
You said she had it out for you. What makes you think she had it out for you?
Because she was trying her best to get me. She was trying to catch me.
Didn't she advise you to leave town? But Your Honor, it's a contradiction of what?
Not a contradiction.
Hold on. That comes from the interview. Where's that come from? Where's that statement come from?
His interview with her during the course of
you need to reference that. I'll rule the objection.
In your February 21st interview with her, did she ask you to leave town, go somewhere else, Cobb County, Clayton County? Did she tell you to lay low so that you wouldn't get killed?
No, she was saying it because she's saying that my name was she just said my name kept coming up a lot.
Right, so she did not want you to be harmed. So why would she have it out for you?
I sustain the objection. You can rephrase.
During the course of that interview, was she encouraging you to lay low? Do you recall her doing that?
I think she was fake. I thought she was faking. So I don't know.
Outside of the interviews, would you talk to Gaither? Would you call Gaither on the phone?
No. The only time I talked to Gaither is when she called, but it wasn't never about nothing in the streets or nothing.
Right, so...
It was, hey, Miss Copeland, your name involved in the shooting. We want you downtown. This the only time she called me, hey, Miss Copeland, they say you shot up this person's house. We need you downtown. I don't recall me and her having no conversations about nothing.
When you were locked up, would you have your girlfriend call Detective Gaither for you so you can speak with her?
You heard where I was, right? Where was I? In jail? You said, have I ever heard of 30 Deep?
Yes.
Yeah.
And what's 30 Deep?
What you mean?
How have you heard of that term?
Oh, the Young Thug trials today? They're back today? What they doing? Oh, they've done nothing so far. Am I muted? Oh, no, I'm not muted. Okay. Excuse me. Nothing so far. All right. Young Thizzle.
How have I heard of the term 30 Deep?
Yes.
Can you ask me in a way I can understand?
Sure. You said you've heard of 30 Deep. You said you've heard of it, 30 Deep.
I know about 30 Deep.
Okay, what do you know about 30 Deep?
Nothing. Yeah, you trying to get me a snitch. Hell no.
What you mean? What do I know about it?
Tell the truth. You said you know about 30 Deep. What do you know about 30 Deep?
You hear say the whole number of problems with that question. I object.
I'm overrule the objection.
Is 30 Deep?
Objection deleted.
I stay in the objection.
I haven't asked the question.
All right, you can go ahead and rephrase now.
What is 30 Deep?
My neighborhood.
Is 30 Deep a gang?
Yeah, the way he looks is crazy.
Huh?
Is 30 Deep a gang?
Is it a gang?
Yes, sir.
And what you define as a gang?
How do you define a gang? Or do you, let me strike that. Is 30 Deep a group of individuals?
Damn, this is wild, dude.
Meaning?
When is that trial, Lisa? Do you know?
Your neighborhood.
Yes,
that should be a good trial.
Okay. Is 30 Deep a group of people in your neighborhood?
No, it's just, I don't know.
Is it a group of people from your neighborhood?
I just know my neighborhood, I was growing up, I used to hear 30 Deep a lot.
And when you heard of 30 Deep,
what did you hear?
What did you understand it to? What was your understanding of it?
It was cool.
And when you say it was cool, what do you mean?
Like, I thought it was cool. I just see and heard people say 30 Deep.
And when you saw and heard people say 30 Deep, were they talking about people together?
Overrule, sir.
August 26th. Okay.
I'll stand.
Trial.
When you heard people talk about 30 Deep, what was your understanding of what they were talking about?
I heard the rapper say in his song 30 Deep. I don't know. I heard Gucci Man rap about it. I heard like Jeezy rap about it. I don't know.
Have you ever been a member or an associate of 30 Deep?
I don't know what associate mean.
Have you ever been around a group of people who identify themselves as 30 deep?
Have I ever been around a group of people that identify themselves at 30 deep?
Yes.
I know someone who I guess they say was 30 deep.
Did you ever consider yourself 30 deep?
No.
Okay. What about, did you ever consider yourself part of DRC?
No, I consider myself 372.
And what, is that why your Instagram was Woody372?
My Instagram, Woody versus Woody.
Back in 2014, did you have the Woody372 Instagram?
I told you I don't recall the Instagram.
That's why that one witness came high out of his mind, like this type of days on end.
They had several fake accounts with my name in it, but it wasn't mine.
You said you consider yourself 372. What was 372?
It ain't for you to know.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to ask you again, Mr. Copeland. What was 372?
None ya.
372.
Was that a game?
What do you define as a game?
Mr. Copeland, I'm asking a question.
I can't answer your question if I don't know what you're talking about.
Was it you and a group of people a part of 372?
And what's a group of people?
3 or more people.
Oh, God.
But yeah, but it wasn't no. We didn't hang on it. Like, we wasn't. I guess.
Do you remember in February of 2015 talking about 30 deep in an interview with Investigator Gaither and Investigator Dennis?
Huh?
Do you recall meeting with Investigator Dennis and Investigator? Do you remember meeting with Investigator Curry, in February of 2015 at Atlanta Police Department with your then girlfriend?
Was I handcuffed?
You were not.
Nah, I don't remember.
Do you recall having to go to the Atlanta Police Department after someone came to your home and shot at you?
Your Honor, this is
Basis.
You're right, I have to orient you.
I'm gonna rule the objection as to form. If you got a better objection, Mr. Steele, you can decompose it. Overruled.
Do you recall going to the Atlanta Police Department on
I'm
February?
going to object as soon as facts not in evidence.
She's got to orient the witnesses to time and place, so I'm gonna overrule the objection, okay?
Do you recall having to go to the Atlanta Police Department in February of 2015 after you were the victim of an egg assault in which people tried to shoot at you?
I sustain the objection.
After somebody shot at you, your child, and your child's mother. Do you recall having to go to the Atlanta Police Department to be interviewed for that?
Yes.
What happened there? Okay. And do you recall speaking with a detective during that interview?
I don't know who I spoke with.
Okay. But do you remember, it doesn't matter, do you remember speaking with a detective about what happened with you? And during the course of that interview, do you recall being asked about your affiliation with or your association with 30 Deep?
What you asking me?
Okay. Do you remember the detective asking you if you were a part of 30 Deep?
What'd I say?
You have to ask yes or no. Do you remember being asked that question?
No, I don't remember him asking me.
Okay. Do you remember saying that?
Basis. I need a form of the objection. Oral, sir. Again, if you pose another objection, I'll listen to it.
He asked you, he told you, you said to him it's a whole gang.
I sustain the objection.
Let me ask you this. Let me just play it. Your Honor, the state will be playing the February 20th, 2015 interview, 156-28 through 156-44.
Oral, sir. You said hearsay. I've overruled it. All right. Thank you. It's impeachment. Is that correct, madam?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Sure.
There's no exhibit number, nothing for the record. Objection, just plain.
I'm going to mark
Let
it,
me
Your
fix.
Honor.
Let me fix that. Yes. You do need to mark it as for identification, madam.
Yes, Your Honor. The state would like to send a 378 Yankee Charlie, and it'll be from 156-28 to 156-44.
Said 378 Yankee Charlie.
Yes, Your Honor. 378 Yankee Charlie.
And any objection to states 378 Yankee Charlie from 15-620 to 15-644?
Just one clarification. What is the state report this evening?
I can't hear you.
I'm asking what the state reports this exhibit to be.
This is the February 20th, 2015 interview of Mr. Copeland.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I'll object also to hearsay. I heard the state say this was the investigator said.
You're right. I have to give context to the entire statement.
I'll overrule the objection. It's admitted, and maybe that particular section is admitted from (15-620) to 15-644.
What you associated with. And then everything else that done rolled about with it is starting to come back to harm.
And Your Honor, I'm going to go back because I think it's maybe 156-27.
You was 30 deep. Huh?
My cousin was.
What you was associated with. And then everything else that done rolled about with it is starting to come back to harm.
And we're ending at 156-45. I'm going to also show you You know what? Strike that. To your knowledge, was Demekion Garlington part of 30D?
No.
To your knowledge, was Shannon part of 30D?
No.
Did you ever claim affiliation with the Bloods?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Yeah.
Okay. What blood set?
Bloods, period.
The
When you
Bloods.
say Bloods, period, what do you mean?
Blood. I call myself a blood.
Did you all?
Oh,
Did you ever
I forgot. Oh, I'm sorry.
leave or stop calling yourself a Blood?
You say, did I start calling myself a blood?
Yes.
Yeah.
When was that?
2015.
Okay. And do you,
I think 2015.
And do you have tattoos that would be considered representative of being a member of the Bloods?
No.
Do you have a 5-point star tattoo?
It don't have nothing to do with bloods, though.
Okay. Do you have a 5-point star tattoo?
Yeah.
How many of them do you have?
A lot.
When you say a lot, about how, can you put that in numbers?
More than 5.
And with your 5-point stars, are they colored? Do they have a color?
Yeah.
What color is that?
What you mean? What color are they?
Yeah, what color are your 5-point stars?
Some are just plain. Some red. Some green.
Do you know how many red ones you have?
No.
Okay. Do you know how many green ones you have?
No.
Do you know how many that are not colored at all?
No.
Was Demekion part of the Bloods?
Yeah, it's him that.
Okay, I'm asking you.
Not to my knowledge.
You gotta talk to Demekion. I'm
Do
talking
you-
about me.
Well,
but
I don't know.
I gotta know
can't
about
say not to my
Demekion.
knowledge. I don't know where he was.
The hell am I supposed to know? What up, blood? What up, gangsta? Okay. So what are we? 1 hour and a half in today? Oh man. What is going on in that court? Well, not in the courtroom, but in the deliberation room. What is going on? What are they fighting about? What are they disagreeing about? What do you guys think? You think it's mostly like everybody feels not guilty except one person? There's one person they're trying to convince to not guilty? Or do you think it's like half and half? Or do you think it's a majority say guilty, but one person? Or imagine it's a fight between murder and manslaughter. No. Long crime. Well, I think the next thing we're gonna do is get into this interrogation type of thing. We're gonna do that. Let's see if it looks interesting. If it doesn't look interesting, we'll dip out. But there was another story too I gotta mention at some point. It's crazy, another crazy one. It's like with the sun.
I left long before then.
Well, your cell phones didn't.
Our story begins in Grover Beach, California. Just before noon on October 25th, 2018, police dispatch received a series of calls regarding a welfare check at the 200 block of South 9th Street.
Grover Beach Police.
Yes, this is Officer Cook calling from California Men's Colony.
Hi, how can I help you?
Just calling to let you know that there's going to be 2 officers conducting a welfare check at South 9th Street.
Okay, is there anything that we need to be aware of?
No, not at this time. Just calling to let you know, just in case something does go awry, that there are 2 peace officers at that location, going to be in an unmarked car.
All righty, Officer Cook, thank you.
Thank you much.
Bye. Grover Beach Police.
Hi, yes, this is Officer Cook.
Hi there.
Hi. I called a little bit ago, informed somebody that we're going to be doing a welfare check on one of our
Yes, sir.
employees. Want to see if you can send a unit down here. Based on the information that we have, there may be an issue at the residence. we have to have a unit come here. Her vehicle's here. She only has one vehicle. The vehicle's here. And from a neighbor's description of her daily routine, it's not normal. And she is not answering the door. So I just want to see if we can get a unit here for further contact or possible entry.
Okay, I'll send somebody over there.
All right, thank you much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
For a check on a registered nurse that never showed up for work this morning.
Oh.
So get here. We know she only has one vehicle registered to her from our information. She's not answering the door. We spoke with a neighbor. She said the last time she saw her was 2 days ago, but she did hear her yesterday speaking Hungarian. She is Hungarian, and that's all she knows. She said that she has a regular routine. She locks the gate. She's got a small gate out front. Locks it with a padlock. Has a dog that she leaves out front. The padlock's not there. It's unsecure. There is no dog. She said that her son lives in the area. We tried contacting him. No answer.
Okay.
So
no answer with her phone either?
No.
Any cars?
This is her only registered.
This is hers, yeah?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Athena Valentini. Partner here saw some red type of substance on the blinds, so I don't know if that'd be enough for you.
You guys are scaring the shit out of me. Well, it's good enough if you guys are going to request to check the welfare.
Yeah.
I don't need a warrant. I'm just going. Okay.
So we're not authorized to make entry because it's
10-4. They're requesting to check the welfare. Doors unlocked. This one, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys yell in there?
No, we never opened the door. So I don't even know what the deadbolt's on. That's how the door handle's unlocked. Let's see, here's the red. Could be paint, could be whatever. Right here.
Do you know if she has any weapons or anything?
No idea.
Police department! Athena! No, it doesn't smell good.
Body cam. He said it doesn't smell good?
No, it doesn't smell good.
Oh, wow. So this is from 20... It's covering up here. Sorry about that, but... Oh, I'm trying to fix it. From 2018. If you're discretion advised, I don't know what they're going to show.
Athena! Police department!
Oh, my God.
Athena! Police department!
Thanks, Joe.
Yep. 1144. Item 12. Code 4. 1144.
Oh, shoot.
Alright, just don't touch anything, but it looks like a lot of pills.
Oh, she's on the floor. Okay.
Oh,
Blurred it out.
There's a lot of blood.
Yeah. Wow. That's so casual, matter of fact, but maybe because he's a cop, I guess he sees this all the time.
Can't really tell for slice marks. Sam 6, do we have a David unit available?
Whoa. A lot of blood here. Oh, yeah. Oh, she has a lot of slices, too. Oh, yeah. But probably because he does it all the time, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, let's finish and then I'll have you guys just stand outside. Just don't leave until I get your guys' info or something. And
no, we're not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, we're not going to touch anything. Looking at that, it's I can't tell if she sliced herself or something came out. Okay, we'll just we're clear. Let's go ahead and step out.
All right.
Yeah, don't leave if you don't mind. Let me get your info, but
we won't go anywhere, but
yeah. Until we get somebody to move her, I can't tell how she went.
Copy.
So
We'll check the garage.
yeah, let's go through there. I don't see the animal. So she's got a kid. She has any problems? EV problems? Anything?
No, the neighbor just said that a lot of homeless.
I saw her at work yesterday, or last night actually.
No car?
Negative.
Yeah, that's her there in the picture.
Is that guy your son?
I'm not sure.
I would say ransack, but I don't know what she's ransacking about because even her purse isn't ransacked. So if they're going for valuables. Hello. Did you know Athena?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the president of the association.
Okay. Can my partners talk to you outside in just a minute?
Sure.
From there?
Yeah.
Do you know if she has relatives?
He's got a son in Chicago, maybe?
Uh-oh.
Do you know
There it is.
how to get a hold of him? No.
Not.
When was the last time you talked to her?
It's probably last week.
Okay.
She didn't pass away, did she?
Yeah.
Did she really?
I guess that's a neighbor.
Okay. Well, if you don't mind, we'll be contacting you in a little bit. That'd be okay? She's located upstairs. There's a lot of pills around her, but she's doubled over, and I can't tell if it's slice marks, but there's a lot of congealed blood.
I wonder, so by the way, for people that haven't heard, so I don't know much of the story, but supposedly the son was accused of murdering his own mother to get the inheritance. And so, I don't know, so far it almost seems like he was trying to stage the scene, like pouring out all these pills all over her and then these slash marks or slice marks.
She's like in a prone position, well, a curled fetal position upstairs.
The neighbor at the very end, extremely helpful, seems to know a lot about her.
Okay.
Because she's the one that gave us the full rundown of how she keeps everything alive.
Sometimes it's good to have neighbors like that. I'm not really all up in my neighbor's stuff. I've never been like that. You know, whatever. There was at one point when I lived at my mother's that we had like a nice little community there. And just kind of like looked out for each other. You know, if somebody strange in the neighborhood or somebody strange pulls up to and you're not home, let you know, that type of stuff, you know. But mostly I don't get involved. You know, I'm just very to myself, in and out type of thing, you know. I mean, I say hi, how you doing, whatever, but that's about it. You know what I was going to do the other day? My Ring has a pretty wide camera view. And I saw this, I don't know if it was UPS or FedEx, one of these delivery services. The guy walks by my camera, but I have a really wide view, and he goes to my neighbor, and like he has this box, kind of a sizable box. This guy just like chucked it, like nothing, just whew, it flies in the air, and then it goes out of the view. But all I hear is like doosh, like a loud ass thud. I even think I heard it from inside. That's what made me look at my camera. I downloaded that video. I should. Part of me wants to knock on that neighbor's door and be like, hey, I don't know if you know. I don't know if your shit broke. I got the video right here in case, you know, because I hate when that happens, you know.
Locked the dog out front when she goes to work. She knew half of her license plate number.
The neighbor knows a lot about her. And number says that when she goes to work, she leaves the dog outside in the patio area here.
There's cameras everywhere now. Almost a lot of people got cameras now.
So it was confirmed that she was at work yesterday from 06 to 1400.
1400 yesterday afternoon?
Yeah.
Was she supposed to be at work today?
Yeah. That's how we ended up out here.
Okay. What time is she supposed to be at work today?
I got, what was told to me was at 0730 that she was no contact and a no-show.
So sometime between 1400 and 0730, something happened.
This is what we have listed as an emergency contact, which nobody's been answering.
Police secure the scene and begin speaking with neighbors.
Hello, Sergeant Rubina, Grove Beach PD. I'm trying to get a little more information on your neighbor here at the first department. When's the last time you've seen her and talked to her?
It was probably 2 days ago, and I think I heard her either last night or the night before.
You heard her?
Yeah, she was talking to someone in Hungary, and I think it was her son.
Oh, on a phone or something like that?
No, in person.
Okay.
But her dog's not up front. She usually leaves her dog, her little beagle, out in the front.
And it's a little beagle, you said?
Yeah, little beagle. I think that's the brand. It's a little brown dog. She's about...
Where's the dog at? Uh-oh.
9 or 10 years old.
Can't let the dog go.
And she's very well behaved.
And usually when she leaves for work, she leaves the dog on the front porch until she gets home.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Well, you're welcome.
I'll give you a call if we need any more information.
Okay.
But you didn't see her last night or anything?
No.
Did you hear any fighting or anything like that?
I don't think it was
loud
Amazon,
noises?
Sam.
No, because I work till 9 o'clock. And
Okay.
And she never leaves the truck in there. She always put his car inside of the garage. But last night,
So she never does? She never...
leaves. She put on the day, but the night she always put inside of the garage. And
Oh,
last
I get it.
Last night is there.
Other than that, did you see anybody around other than her?
No.
So it seems like, too, that everybody got a timeline from the last time she was at work till the no call, no show. And then the neighbor accounts as well, where how she usually parks her car in the garage at night. This time it wasn't. I wonder if they'll capture the mother's son on camera.
What kind of dog does she have?
It's a small yellow one, small dog.
Like a Chihuahua?
Kind of Chihuahua. It's a little bigger than Chihuahua.
Okay.
Yeah. There's
All
something
right.
wrong with it.
Yeah, she passed away. So we're trying to figure out some stuff. So that's why we're there. Okay. Well, if you remember anything or anybody in your house remembers anything from last night, can you have them give me a call?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Casey Neal, an investigator for the San Luis Obispo District Attorney's Office, leads the case. He went into Athena's bedroom where there was a large pool of blood that she laid on top of. There were massive wounds to her throat and upper extremities. It was obvious that this was a homicide, as she could not have inflicted the wounds upon herself. Athena Valentini was a local prison nurse and immigrant from Hungary. There were no immediate family or friends at the scene. Grover Beach Police has a strong...
She was an immigrant from Hungary, paved the way probably for her family, for her son to have what he has, or had. She sacrificed and made her way here. This is how he repays her.
Strong local following on social media. They informed the community that they were investigating a suspicious death, as well as to ask the community for assistance in locating Athena's dog. Because Athena was a nurse at the prison, detectives spoke with everyone she had recent contact with. In doing so, they locate a friend of Athena's, Cheryl Mankey, a fellow nurse at the men's colony prison. When detectives informed her of Athena's murder, Cheryl said she was in disbelief and was hysterical. She described Athena as having a big personality and very high energy. Cheryl believed that an inmate must have killed Athena. Investigators searched for any reports or records of an instance between Athena and an inmate. Ultimately, there were no solid leads tracing back to Athena's employment at the prison. When searching her house on the day of the murder, they were unable to locate Athena's cell phone. Charging cables were plugged into the wall, however, none of her devices were there. With her phone missing, detectives obtain a warrant for her phone records from her cell carrier, but the results will take a few days. Detectives find a local UPS store receipt on Athena's dining room table. The transaction took place the previous day in the early afternoon. The video from the UPS store's surveillance system showed Athena alive and well. She did not appear in distress and wasn't with anyone. Another friend of Athena's, Shelby Holmes, found out about Athena's death from the local news. She said she was devastated. She described Athena as fun and said she loved to dance. Shelby called the tip information number and got in touch with Detective Neal. She told him about Athena's son, Levante Lazar, who was away attending college in Bloomington, Indiana. He thanked her for the information and contacted the Bloomington Police Department, which made a death notification in person to Athena's son.
Hi.
Hello, are you Lazar? Or Mr.
Oh,
Lazar?
yeah, Levante Lazar.
Okay, is Miss Valentini your mother?
Yes.
Can I step in and speak to you, please?
My girlfriend lives here, but sure.
Is it?
What does your girlfriend have anything to do with it? We're trying to talk to you.
Yes.
Can I step in and speak to you, please?
My
because he wanted to step in.
girlfriend lives here, but sure.
Is it? You live here with her though?
Yeah, she's here and a dog.
Okay, would you mind if I come in?
Which dog? Is it Mama's dog that's missing?
Oh yeah, sure.
The Chihuahua?
Come on.
Thank you.
That's not a Chihuahua though.
He's Hello, how are you?
Hello, good. How are you?
I don't know if the Chihuahua's missing.
well.
I just didn't seem like
I was contacted
Stop
this
walking.
afternoon by the St. Louis Obispo County Sheriff's Department or District Attorney's Office. I don't remember which one.
Okay.
Your mother's passed away. I'm very, very sorry for that, obviously.
What happened?
I don't know. They didn't really give me any details. They just asked that we come and make a notification to you.
Okay.
And then have you get in touch with them.
Do you have a phone number?
I do.
Bro, if somebody tells me that my mother passed away, I'm just gonna be like, okay. Oh, what happened? Oh, okay. All right. You have a number? What?
I have a phone number for you. I have it written down already. It's Casey Neal. And that's his telephone number.
And you don't have any other details?
No. No, he'll be able to give you any kind of details or whatever. And that's general practice. They don't really tell us a whole lot when it's, especially when it's out of state. They just ask us to come and make notification.
Okay.
So, I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you so much for the house call, though.
Obviously, that's a very hard thing to have to deal with. So,
Yeah.
when was the last time you spoke with your mom?
On Monday, and I've been calling her, and it goes straight to voicemail, and then the voicemail says it's full.
Okay.
But she's been having a tough time with her phone. I thought maybe it was a phone issue.
Okay. Sorry to have to bring bad news to you.
Yeah,
so.
thank you so much, though. I really appreciate it.
Sorry about that.
Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Have a wonderful day.
Detective Neil.
This is crazy. Now listen, I don't know. I know everybody reacts differently to like grief and stuff. And when my mother told me about my father passing away, like I really I didn't cry at first. I didn't cry. Later on, I felt anger and all this other stuff. But at first, I didn't cry. But you know, my father, we had a good relationship when I was younger, and then as I got older, he kind of disappeared and stuff. So it just became kind of like, I don't know, whatever. You know, but if somebody were to come and tell me, oh yeah, your mother, Pat, bro, my mother. Oh yeah, oh thank you. No, you have a beautiful day. God bless you. No, all in the name of Jesus. No. What? What's going on? Who? What? Where? I'm getting in the car and I'm fucking driving there. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, God bless you.
Received a call from Levente within a few minutes of the officer leaving the apartment. The detective said Levente had little reaction. He seemed fine and wanted to continue to talk about what happened to his mom. When asked, Levente said he had not seen Athena in person for a long time. He told the detective that he was in Bloomington, Indiana on the date of the murder, which is a couple thousand miles away.
Wild?
After ending the call with Levente, detectives received word from Athena's neighbor, the HOA president, that the surveillance camera outside the building was in working order. The camera was motion activated and would only capture snippets in time. The footage from up to a day before the discovery of Athena's body shows Athena leaving to run errands, walking her dog, and ultimately returning home. At no point did anybody approach her, and she did not participate in any altercations or arguments. At around 11 p.m. that night, the camera detected motion and activated. The footage shows a person on the sidewalk in front of Athena's home. They appeared to have her dog walking next to them.
No.
The individual was walking northbound on 9th Street. Detectives followed that path and found several video cameras along the way. 3 blocks north of Athena's residence is the Exploration Discovery Center. The center had good quality.
So where's this guy? It's probably him. Where is he walking off with the Chihuahua? And does he kill the Chihuahua? Because if he kills the Chihuahua, he's canceled. Mama's a different story, but if he kills the Chihuahua, it's a wrap.
24 hours.
Maybe he just gave it away.
Or surveillance. Investigators could see the figure walking and the dog following. When searching through the footage from earlier in the day, a person walks towards Athena's house at around 6:30 in the evening.
Ooh. Melinda says, jury has a question. I'm curious. Okay, let's see. Let me check. Court TV. And where'd you hear that, Melinda? Court TV, I don't see anything yet. I wonder if the question is, can we give up now? Or do they actually want to see something else? Yeah, I don't see anything yet from Court TV. Let me check Law and Crime. Okay, Law and Crime says the jury has a question. All right, let's check it out. We'll come back to this. Let's check it out. Okay. So the jury has a question, so I want to hear this, and then we'll get back to that crazy whatever that is. I know, hoax. I hope that they figure something out, even if it's not in my favor. I don't know. Well, what I think things should be. I hope they figure something out and come to a conclusion. Because here's the thing. Let's say, okay, if it's a hung jury, are they going to retry this case and go through like months of testimony? You think that'll happen? I don't know. I'm pretty sure a hung jury can be retried. A hung jury will often lead to a retrial of the case. I don't think I can sit here for another one of these trials, bro. I don't think I could do it. I don't know. I don't think I could do it. The fan, right? I might just watch opening statements and closing, and that's it. If they do another trial, I don't think I could sit months and weeks through another one. I just can't. There's too much other content. Like I can't. But Law and Crime is saying jury has a question. For some reason, the chat doesn't pop up on this browser. This Opera browser, I kind of like it, but it's also really weird. I can see the chat on my other browsers. It says jury has a question. So we'll give them a minute because they got to get back to the courthouse. Everybody has to walk back in, the attorneys and everybody inside. They have to wear the wig too. It's like the Alex Murdaugh trial, because the Alex Murdaugh trial, for a while, we were thinking like, damn, are we going to have to come back and do that shit again? And a lot of people said they can't do it again, especially after all the financial stuff. They just can't. By the way, I have an idea for member emojis. I'm going to send it. I've sent it to a few people. I'm going to send it to you, Mustard. Tell me what you think. The badges we've been doing all this time. I did an update recently, but I saw Piers Morgan and I got an idea for these badges that I think would actually be kind of dope. I'm going to text it to you. Hold on. Obviously, I'm going to get it custom made and have something different, but it's just the idea. I don't want to say it out yet because people start jumping on me. They all start doing the same shit. So I want to get it in first.
You are unmuted.
We're back on the record on the Karen Reed, Your Honor. We've got a question from the jury.
We're back.
All right. So, Mr. Lally, I'd like to hear from the Commonwealth first about due and thorough deliberations.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last one.
I'd like to hear from the Commonwealth first about your view on whether the jury has conducted due and thorough deliberations.
Your Honor, while I understand that they have been at this for a while, I would submit that they have not, and I would ask the court not to make such a finding. Reasons for that, Your Honor, this jury heard, I believe, about 29 days or so of testimony, 657 different exhibits marked as evidence, 74 different witnesses who testified before them. And while I believe they've been out for somewhere in the vicinity of 22 or 23 hours, what I would submit to the court based on all of that, as well as the complexity of the issues presented to them, they really haven't even had 1 hour of deliberation equivalent to 1 day of testimony, to each of the days of testimony that they've heard. So while they have been at it for a while, I would submit that based on the evidence and testimony and witnesses and the complexity of issues in this case, I would submit that they have not done a thorough deliberation up to this point.
The defense.
Ms. Giannetti?
They're giving up again?
It's time for Tui Rodriguez. They've come back now twice, indicating essentially that they're hopelessly deadlocked. The content of this latest message is that they have been over all the evidence. Previous message said they did an exhaustive review. This time they said that they have fundamental disagreements about what the evidence means. And it's a matter of opinion. It's not a matter of lack of understanding. This court, when you sent the jury out, encouraged them not to take a straw vote, encourage them to go over all the evidence in a very methodical manner. I think all indications are that they've done that, and this is what Tui Rodriguez is for. We asked the court to get it.
Yeah. All right. I think this has been an extraordinary jury. I've never seen a note like this reporting to be at an impasse. I do find that they're now, with the additional time that they went out without coming back Friday saying that they were deadlocked, is due and thorough deliberation. So I'm going to give Tui Rodriguez. So are they ready to come in, Jody?
So what to do? It's a hung jury? Hung jury?
Hold it up one second, Paul.
So why don't I take a recess?
Take a recess, please.
Oh my God. Is that what it is? Ah.
And so I do find that they're now, with the additional time that they went out without coming back Friday saying that they were deadlocked, is due in thorough deliberation. So I'm going to give Tui Rodriguez. So
go and give Tui Rodriguez. What the hell is Tui Rodriguez? The fuck does that mean? I guess it's a hung jury then. Who's Tui Rodriguez? Oh man. I don't know, man. You think these people are really gonna retry the case? Oh God, bro. I feel like that's how the world works. I'm not like I just kind of like I guess such a divisive case where people want answers and we still don't get answers. And Karen Reed, it's a W for Karen Reed. It's a W, right? Because she walks away. Wait, Janice says they're sending the jury back. Okay, we need some. I need some clarification. What the hell? What does this mean?
are they ready to come in, Joe? To pass. I do find that they're now, with the additional time that they went out without coming back Friday saying that they were deadlocked, is due in thorough deliberation. So I'm going.
Due and thorough deliberation. I mean, I feel like that means that like they did enough. The act of thinking about or discussing something and deciding carefully. After careful deliberation, he decided to study medicine. I don't know.
I'm going to give Tui Rodriguez.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye.
I'm done. Okay, so some people think she's going to state some type of instruction. All right, let me see. Lord Almighty. Say a prayer for me. So breaking, the Karen Reed jury once again tells the judge it is a deadlock at an impasse. The judge says she will invoke Tui Rodriguez, which instructs the jury to keep going. Oh, okay. So I wasn't wrong about. I was like, who the F is Tui Rodriguez? She's going to instruct them to keep going. But if the jury cannot reach a unanimous verdict after that, the judge cannot send them back. So they're going one more time. One more time. One more time. Honestly, I don't have any hope, though. I've lost hope with this last one. I think that it's going to be hung then. Damn. Early message. I was like, who the hell is Tui Rodriguez? Is more powerful jury deliberation. Oh, so she has to change it up. It's more powerful jury deliberation instructions. Okay. I mean, make it easier then. If you got to make it easy, make it baby steps or reduce all the other shit that's on there. That is so unfortunate after all these weeks. All these weeks. Fuck, even if they said not guilty, something. But after all these weeks. And again, yeah, that's a W for Karen. If she gets a hung jury. I mean, they can try her again. They can, but it's a W for her. Damn. I really wonder what the ratios are. One of those things in life. No resolution, no answers. Everybody's still fighting and bickering. There's no end to it. There's no finale. It's just never ending. You just don't know. That's it. It's like a twisted ending. Kind of like the that movie, the ending, what's it called? Is it The Mist? The Mist ending? It reminds me of The Mist ending. I don't know if you guys want to know that ending. Just be real. If you haven't watched it now, you're never gonna watch it, right? It's a 2007 movie. Realistically, we ain't watching that shit if you haven't watched it already. But if you want, you can mute the audio. It's this movie about like these, I don't know, alien type of creatures that come and start attacking. The place gets filled with mist. And so you can't go out into the mist because these monsters will attack you. You know, it's all over the world. Everybody's afraid. And I think eventually they go into this like grocery store. They're holding out in the grocery store. But eventually there starts to be like, I think like a breach in the grocery store. And there's all this survival and turmoil and making an escape and all this shit to try to run and all these devastating things that happen. And they get in a vehicle and they start driving. This guy and his family start driving. And I think there was kids in the car too. And they start driving and driving and driving and driving. Until at one point, I think the gas ran out in the car. And they're on a road. And the guy's like, fuck, the dad. And he has a gun. And he has a couple of bullets. And he looks at his family. And I don't know if it was the wife. They kind of agreed, you know what? Because all of a sudden they start hearing this loud noise coming up to them. And they think it's the aliens. So the father, I guess, kills somebody in the back. I think he kills his wife. I think he kills the kids. I don't know if he killed himself. But no, he didn't kill himself. The noise rolls up after he killed his entire family. And it's the military. And that's how the movie ends. He killed his whole family. And it's the military that rolled up. That's what the Karen Reed trial is like. He's like, no! And you're left with this emptiness, this like pit in your stomach, empty feeling. You're unfulfilled, but you're also, I don't know, amused in a diabolical way. The Mist. I've never seen an ending like that. I loved it. You're right. He didn't kill himself, right? And I wonder, Easy, yeah, they have fundamental disagreements. I wonder what's that about. It's going to end in a hung jury. And if they're saying fundamental, yeah, that's like, it's like ingrained in you. That's like your like belief, your morality, like your fundamental. It says necessary base or core. Central importance. So that's some shit that you're not gonna compromise on. Because with the trial I was on, I was like, okay, we kind of compromised. We made some, or the lady compromised a bit. We found some kind of middle thing because we didn't want to have to do this all over again. So when they say fundamental, bro, I don't know that somebody's gonna budge from that. You're probably willing to die on that almost, unless somebody has a gun to your head. Fundamental, you know? Thank you. Yeah, Emily says father, son, lady from the store. Okay, old couple from the. Thank you for clarifying that up. His wife, dad at home. Okay, thank you, Emily. I don't remember the story too much. I appreciate you clarifying that. Lundy. I had a feeling Karen Reed trial would be some sick, twisted ending. That still is a win for her. It's a win for Karen Reed and the people that feel she didn't do anything. Tui Rodriguez. It's really a blast to the jury to say, consider the other side of the person opposite to you and see if you cannot reach a conclusion that's unanimous. I mean, I agree. Like, they really should give it all they can, as long as this trial has been, to just throw it all away like that all the time. I don't know if, you know, how much money, people out of work, everything. They're just like, Judge Kanoe says she's never seen a note like the one she just received. She's going to give the Tui Rodriguez instruction. Wow. Damn. Lord Almighty. What would you do with the same attitude? I'm gonna walk right on here. I'll be your hero and I'll sing you a song. 70 plus witnesses. The trial's not over yet. No, we're waiting. They're going to come back. Last ditch effort, a Tui Rodriguez jury instruction. All right, just give me a second. I'm gonna heat up something to eat. When we come back, we're still waiting for them to come back, but we'll get back to this. This craziness. Homeboy with his chihuahua. Be right back.
Court of session, please be seated.
All right. So, jurors, I am in receipt of your note. Judge Cannone, despite our commitment to the duty entrusted to us, we find ourselves deeply divided by fundamental differences in our opinions and state of mind. The divergence in our views are not rooted in a lack of understanding or effort, but deeply held convictions that each of us carry, ultimately leading to a point where consensus is unattainable. We recognize the weight of this admission and the implications it holds. So, Mr. Foreman and members of the jury, I have the verdict to which each juror agrees must, of course, be his or her own verdict, the result of his or her own convictions, and not merely an acquiescence in the conclusions of the other jurors. Still, in order to bring 12 minds to a unanimous result, you must examine the issues you have to decide with candor and with a proper regard and respect for each other's opinions. You should consider that it is desirable that this case be decided. You have been selected in the same manner and from the same source as any future jury would be selected. There is no reason to suppose that this case will ever be submitted to 12 persons who are more intelligent, more impartial, or more competent to decide it than you are, or that more or clearer evidence will be produced at another trial. With all this in mind, it is your duty to decide this case if you can do so conscientiously. In order to make a decision more attainable, the law always imposes the burden of proof on the Commonwealth to establish every essential element of each indictment beyond a reasonable doubt. If you are left with a reasonable doubt as to any essential element of any indictment, then the defendant is entitled to the benefit of that doubt and must be found not guilty on that indictment. In conferring together, you ought to give proper respect to each other's opinions and listen with an open mind to each other's arguments. Where there is disagreement, those jurors who would find the defendant not guilty should consider whether the doubt in their own minds is a reasonable one, if it makes no impression upon the minds of the other jurors, who are equally honest and equally intelligent, who have heard the same evidence with the same attention, who have an equal desire to arrive at the truth, and who have taken the same oath as jurors. At the same time, those jurors who would find the defendant guilty ought seriously to ask themselves whether they may not reasonably doubt the correctness of their judgment if it is not shared by other members of the jury. They should ask themselves whether they should distrust the weight or sufficiency of the evidence if it has failed to convince the minds of their fellow jurors beyond a reasonable doubt. I will now ask you, Mr. Foreman, and members of the jury to return to your deliberations with these instructions in mind. And as with my final instructions and the supplemental instructions I sent in, I will send in a copy of this charge as well. All right, so may that be marked, Madam Court Reporter, please. All right, so thank you. We'll send you folks back out to deliver.
All rise for the court, please. Jurors, follow me.
All right, thank you.
You are muted. Goodbye.
All right. I cannot believe this. My hair out of my way. All right. Oh. Still deliberating. That's interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen it twice to send him back. They can't show the jury on TV. They didn't show the jury, did they? Let me see.
So, jurors, I am in receipt of your note. Judge Cannoni, despite our commitment to the duty entrusted to us, we find ourselves deeply divided by fundamental differences in our opinions and state of mind. The divergence in our views are not rooted in a lack of understanding or effort, but deeply held convictions that each of us carry ultimately.
Deeply held convictions. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to make these people come to a conclusion. That is crazy, man.
Leading to a point where consensus is unattainable. We recognize the weight of this admission and the implications it holds. So, Mr. Foreman and members of the jury, I have an instruction for you. Our Constitution and laws provide that in a criminal case, the principal method for deciding questions of fact is the verdict of a jury. In most cases, and perhaps strictly speaking in all cases, Absolute certainty cannot be attained, nor is it expected. The verdict to which each juror agrees must, of course, be his or her own verdict, the result of his or her own convictions, and not merely an acquiescence in the conclusions of the other jurors. Still, in order to bring 12 minds to a unanimous result, you must examine the issues you have to decide with candor and with a proper regard and respect for each other's opinions. You should consider that it is desirable that this case be decided. You have been selected in the same manner and from the same source as any future jury would be selected. There is no reason to suppose that this case will ever be submitted to 12 persons who are more intelligent, more impartial, or more competent to decide it than you are, or that more or clearer evidence will be produced at another trial. With all this in mind, it is your duty to decide this case if you can do so conscientiously. In order to make a decision more attainable, the law always imposes the burden of proof on the Commonwealth to establish every essential element of each indictment beyond a reasonable doubt. If you are left with a reasonable doubt as to any essential element of any indictment, then the defendant is entitled to the benefit of that doubt and must be found not guilty on that indictment. In conferring together, you ought to give proper respect to each other's opinions and listen with an open mind to each other's arguments. Where there is disagreement, those jurors who would find the defendant not guilty should consider whether the doubt in their own minds is a reasonable one, if it makes no impression upon the minds of the other jurors, who are equally honest and equally intelligent, who have heard the same evidence with the same attention, who have an equal desire to arrive at the truth, and who have taken the same oath as jurors. At the same time, those jurors who would find the defendant guilty ought seriously to ask themselves whether they may not reasonably doubt the correctness of their judgment if it is not shared by other members of the jury. They should ask themselves whether they should distrust the weight or sufficiency of the evidence if it has failed to convince the minds of their fellow jurors beyond a reasonable doubt. I will now ask you, Mr. Foreman, and members of the jury to return to your deliberations with these instructions in mind. And as with my final instructions and the supplemental instructions I sent in, I will send in a copy of this charge as well. All right, so may that be marked, Madam Court Reporter, please. All right.
The way. 3 blocks.
Thank you. We'll send you folks back out to deliver.
All right, the court, please. Jurors, follow me.
That's crazy. Crazy.
All right, thank you.
You are muted.
Well, so the jury got sent back. I wonder if it's I don't know, like, is it a disagreement between manslaughter and murder? Or is it a disagreement between guilty and not guilty, whether it's manslaughter or murder? Imagine there's like a one free Karen Reed person on there, or if it's the opposite. And there's the people that think she's guilty fighting. I don't know. Crazy that they're going to let this go. They can't make a decision. That's people can't come together and decide or compromise that they're going to throw all this away, months, weeks and months. That's just wild to me. But, and like somebody else pointed out earlier in the chat, they're talking about fundamentally. That's like at your core. Fundamentally, I can't do this shit. Doesn't matter what you say, what you show me. Fundamentally, it's like my belief system, my core. Whoever feels like that. So it's going to be, I don't think you can change a person that feels like that. Whatever side they're on. So, Karen, she got to be giddy. If I'm Karen, I'm like, yes. About to pop a bottle. We're going to go out and party tonight. Oh, let me see where we left off at. Okay, here. I think. Oh, no, it was further than this. We're at the Chihuahua.
Investigators could see the figure walking and the dog following. When searching through the footage from earlier in the day, a person walks towards Athena's house at around 6:30 in the evening. The individual appears to be talking on the phone. Detectives then shift their focus to Athena's cell phone records. They looked at the last day she was known to be alive, October 24th. She was in contact with common numbers, but one particular number stood out because it had a different area code. The area code 513 is from Ohio, and that day was the first time Athena had communicated with that number. The number being from out of state and newly in contact with Athena multiple times that day piqued Detective Neal's interest. Using the time of the calls and the Exploration Center footage, he determined that Athena was likely communicating with the person walking in the direction of her home. The investigators obtained a search warrant for the 513 number as they believed the person holding the phone was involved in Athena's murder. From speaking with friends and neighbors, detectives knew that Athena's dog was not friendly with strangers. Upon closer inspection of the footage from Athena's building and the Exploration Center, the dog followed the person without a leash. Detectives received the 513 phone number's records back from Cricket Wireless. The records showed a prepaid phone belonging to a subscriber named Jacob Keith out of Cincinnati, Ohio. The name was unfamiliar to the investigation and to Athena's friends. Prepaid phones are also known as burner phones, commonly used by people attempting to conceal their identity. Detectives made a subsequent request to provide the location of purchase. The phone purchase occurred at a Bloomington, Indiana Best Buy less than 1 mile away from Athena's son, Levente's apartment. Detective Neal didn't want to jump to any conclusions. Still, he knew that the location of the phone purchase and the associated number being in contact with Athena on the day she died was not a coincidence. The detective contacted the Best Buy's manager, who located the transaction and confirmed that they had surveillance video showing the phone purchase. Detective Neal's next call was to the Bloomington Police Department to have an officer pick up the footage from Best Buy. Getting the footage back to California will take a few days. The name on the prepaid phone was Jacob Keith, and the address listed was a P.O. box in Cincinnati, Ohio. Neither the name nor the address led to anything. Fortunately, the Cricket phone records contained a spreadsheet of every cell tower the phone communicated with. With the cell tower's latitude, longitude, and date and time, they could map the device's physical location over time. The Cricket phone's activation occurred in Bloomington, Indiana. The phone turned off shortly after activation on October 22nd. The phone was turned back on in Oklahoma City on October 23rd, several states west of where it was activated and purchased. The phone traveled along Interstate 40 to California and ultimately arrived in Grover Beach on the afternoon of the 24th. Investigators compared the Cricket phone's location data to Athena's phone records. The Cricket phone arrived near her residence on the afternoon of the 24th and stayed in Grover Beach until approximately 11 p.m. when the surveillance video showed the person leaving her building. Athena's phone mirrored the path of the burner phone. The detective believes that the phones were together at that point. The last communication from Athena's phone was at 11:04 p.m. that night. During the death notification to Levente, Detective Neal asked the Bloomington PD officer to note any vehicles that may be associated with the apartment. Levente owned a Jeep Patriot. The detective ran his plate through the National License Plate Reader program. The results threw doubt on Levente's story of not leaving the state of Indiana the week of his mom's murder. There were several captures of Levente's Jeep traveling across the country in the days before and after Athena's murder. Next, detectives check out the Best Buy footage of the Cricket phone purchase. The video shows Levente Lazar buying the Cricket phone. When
You tripping, bro. You tripping.
interviewed,
First of all, you went to Best Buy. You know that's a mistake. You went to Best Buy. I mean, I don't know if you put your... The way this guy went about it, maybe he put his phone number in and got the reward points for the Best Buy reward points and shit. But he went to Best Buy. There's cameras everywhere. Everything's tracked. Unless you didn't put your phone number there, but like everything's tracked. They really got some really good reward points with credit cards. I love Best Buy. The guy went to Best Buy. You should have gone to like the corner store, the dollar store, some type of half hood broken down, like I don't know. But he went to Best Buy.
The store employees said Levente asked for a burner phone.
Bro, he literally said burner phone? You don't walk into this place. Yo, hey, hi. Well, I had to do his voice. Hi, yeah, I need a burner phone. Bro, you ask them, like, hey, can I have a burner? No, you don't go. Maybe you Google search it, even though they'll pull up your Google searches anyway. Go on a different phone. I don't know. Go to the library or some shit. You don't walk in. Hey, I need a burner phone to get away with something and conceal things.
Pictures of Levente's Jeep, the location data of the Cricket phone, and the footage of Levente purchasing the Cricket phone, the detective knew it was time to have an in-person conversation with him. A team of investigators traveled to Bloomington,
BZ gotta get them points.
Indiana. Detective Neal had not informed Levente of his travels, but when he called him, Levente was not surprised. He willingly came to the Bloomington Police Department and spoke with Detective Neal. The other investigators executed a search warrant at Levente's apartment.
So, I wanted to first again extend my condolences.
Thank you.
This is a very difficult thing to deal with, and I just wanted to let you know that we all wanted to extend our condolences and work very hard on this case.
Thank you.
It's very difficult losing a parent. I've lost one as well, and so.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I actually lost two parents now because my father passed away from a heart attack.
Oh.
So my biological father.
Right, you said that was before you guys came over.
Yeah, so I was born in 1992, and my parents married 2 months after I was born, and he passed away in 1995 from a sudden heart attack in the middle of the night.
Oh, wow.
My mom just woke up and...
You sure you didn't do something to him? You didn't poison him like Darlene from Ozarks? Sure you didn't do nothing to your father?
Passed away. And then in 1997, we immigrated here because the Hungarian laws, when it comes to like adoption and stuff, is if the father passes away, then the child goes to the father's parents, so my grandparents. And my mom was scared of losing me, so we fled the country.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we came. We went to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And then we kind of built a life from there. So.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I did want to give you more information now about what we found out in California.
Okay.
And I got a copy of your mom's trust stuff, so I hope I give you that today.
Okay.
And you can look through it. Just real quick, so in order to share this stuff with you and talk to you about it, I had to give you an advisement because we're in a police department. So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and you have the right to presence of an attorney before and during any question if you wish. You can afford one. One can be appointed for you free of charge. Okay?
I understand.
Sorry, that's just a formal advisement.
I understand.
First, what I kind of wanted to do, we've talked a few times on the phone, and I want to make sure I got a little background on your mom correctly.
Okay. She's from Romania.
Okay.
She was born in a small town called Buza. It's spelled Busza.
S-Z-A.
In Romania.
Is that where you were born to?
No, I was born in Budapest.
Yes. And you said you went to Berkeley, Davis, and then...
Yeah, so I went to
came out
Berkeley
here.
my first 2 years, and then I went to Davis for my last 2 years.
Okay.
So I transferred. And then afterwards, I graduated 2014, and then I moved out here in August of 2015.
Okay. When you came out here, did you come specifically to go to the university?
Exactly. I was admitted here for my master's in history.
Okay. What's your undergrad in?
History and linguistics.
Oh, okay.
And
Well,
I'm
I
doing
guess-
different things now.
How much in student debt?
About $250,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if I went through the whole PhD route.
Well, it's got to be probably that for just what you've done already, right?
No, right now I'm only about $15,000 in debt because at the time when I was here at IU, I used to teach at the women's prison up in northern Indiana. In Indiana, they have systems where they allow inmates to get their bachelor's or master's or even high school diploma. And I offered small classes up in northern Indiana. I was able to apply to different grants and scholarships because of my background. So as an immigrant, as a single mom, that sort of thing. So
Right, so you got a lot of financial aid.
right, I kind of take advantage of the system. You know, all of the tools are provided to you, but you kind of have to go out and hunt and search for it.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what I've been doing, and it kind of pays off.
So your girlfriend's going to school still, right?
Correct.
Okay.
She's right now she's a third-year medical student. So she has one more year, and she's going to finish that year up in Indianapolis. So we've actually been looking to rent a house up in Indy.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to be moving April of next year.
And you said you last went to California to see your mom in January?
Of this year. I think January 6th, that's what Hannah said.
Okay.
2018. So that was the last time I saw her in person. Because right now I'm starting to learn how to become a retail investor, or just a trader, so trading stock options and futures. I realized that it's best to be employed because if I don't, I'm going to pay more taxes. And I just want to make it clear, you're welcome to access my phone or to come to my house or anything like that. You don't need a warrant. I can invite you in.
Okay.
I didn't make that clear on the phone, or if I did, I forgot. But I just want to kind of help in any way I can.
I appreciate that, and that's what I'm looking for, is a little bit of help here.
Levente then explains an annuity he received from the estate of his mother's deceased boyfriend.
I think the case was settled in 2009. There was kind of a stipend laid out for me. So between 2010 and 2013, I would receive about $15,000 a year.
Okay.
So I didn't have to work when I was in college, basically. I was very lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Then in 2017, I received $90,000, and I paid off most of my student debt there. I put most of it in my savings, opened up an IRA account, started trading, kind of looking long term. And then I have one final payment of $200,000, not exactly $200,000, it's $200,000 and change, in 2022 when I'm 30. Not when I'm 30, but July 5th, 2022, so after my birthday. I think very much into the future. I have.
Oh, you do? Say it in so. I have a 3, 5, 7, and 10-year plan. Holy shit. They usually ask you like, oh, do you have a 5-year plan? Which is funny because back then I used to think about it. Now it's like, my plan is like the next day. What's happening tomorrow? What are we covering tomorrow? Maybe 2-3 days from now. I don't know. I'm thinking about like 5-10 years from now. Like maybe sometime I think about it, like savings and credit score, or like building up whatever. But I'm dealing day to day. You're talking about 3, 5, 7, 10. Let's worry about tomorrow.
I have a 3, 5, 7, and 10-year plan, and it's not really something that I execute, like bullet point down, but it's just a general idea. Mm-hmm. It's like a direction.
So another thing, so you told me you and your mom have identical cars?
Correct.
Okay.
The vehicle's just around here.
Oh, your vehicle?
My vehicle,
okay.
Yes.
So it's a white Jeep Patriot?
Correct. Okay. 2013, I think.
Your mom's dog, that initially was your dog, right?
Initially, yes.
Athena?
So, sophomore year of high school.
You got all these stories, too. All these stories, all this information. Jeez. And then talking about that, what is it, 3, 5, 10 year, whatever plan. I guess he was thinking about his mom and the inheritance that he could get.
It's 2007. I mentioned that I never had a dog.
Oh,
and all my friends, to my mom, and all my friends had dogs and cats and stuff like that, but we've never had an animal.
Mm-hmm.
So I mentioned it, and she went to a pound in Agora Hills, and she just found a little beagle, and she brought it home. And then she was my dog until about 2010 when I moved out.
Okay.
So I never took Athena. She came to Berkeley with me for maybe like a week, but she's never lived with me long term.
Once you went to school?
Yeah, and then my mom took care of her since 2010. For the most part, my mom walked the dog without a leash. Because
So she must be because she listened.
The dog will listen to her.
Yeah.
And you too, I would assume.
Yeah, of course. She kind of listens to people that she knows. Met like at least a couple of times.
Okay. To give you a little more information, your mom, I believe she was attacked and killed on the 24th of October.
What day is that?
That was
Wednesday.
Thursday. So let me look at the calendar.
Because I don't know the dates.
Yeah, sure,
Sorry.
sure. So
And he's so like chill. Your mother was killed and like murdered. So we said murdered? Well, attacked and killed. Okay, what day of the week is that? Okay, oh.
yeah, so it was Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay. So you talked to her on Monday, right?
Yes.
And then you
And then
went
she-
to Minneapolis on Tuesday. It was the 23rd.
Correct.
Okay, so then Wednesday is when I believe she was killed.
Okay, and she texted me.
And she texted you on Thursday, on the 25th.
Yes.
At 9 p.m. Okay. And then you've been in Bloomington since then?
Yeah, or just like a nearby area. So one Monday, the day I spoke to her,
Uh-huh.
I've been in like 100-mile range.
Of your house?
Yeah, of Bloomington.
Okay. Okay, well that's kind of what I need a little bit of help with, is because, and you've had your phone with you that whole time?
Yeah.
Okay. I was able to get records for all your recent people that have called your mom.
Okay.
And so your number was one of them on the 22nd.
Yeah.
So they came back with those records when I asked from AT&T.
Okay.
And so they show your phone going to Springfield, Missouri on the 23rd, I believe.
Ooh.
22nd, 23rd. Can you help me explain that?
Not Missouri. I went to Mount Vernon in Missouri. But that was, I'm sorry, in Illinois.
I thought that was Illinois.
Yeah, but that's as far as I went. I didn't go to Missouri that day.
Huh.
Or that week.
Really?
Missouri was the earliest time I was in Missouri was in June
Okay.
of this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the only phone you have?
That's the only phone I had. I had this since January of last year.
Huh.
No,
It's just strange. I mean, so basically when our phones travel, they talk to cell phone towers.
Correct.
Right. So you're a smart guy. You probably know better than me. Every time they connect to a tower.
That's so funny how he's trying to like. I don't know if condescending, but he's trying to kind of compliment because they're very, I don't know, smart and strategic in what they do. So he's like, yeah, well, yeah, you're probably smarter than me. You probably know this already. Like complimenting him at the same time.
Yeah.
It shows the tower's location.
Yeah.
Your phone has to be within close proximity of those towers.
Right.
So the fact that your phone shows going, from your house basically to the Springfield, Missouri.
I understand. I understand.
On the 22nd, 23rd.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was not in Missouri last month. June was the last month I was in Missouri.
Huh.
Late June.
And the other curious thing is, so on the 25th,
your phone
is showing up in Texas, and it tracks all the way back to your house from Texas.
I was not in Texas. Last time I was in Texas was when I moved out there.
Oh.
That was 2015 because I drove here.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I looked at your phone records, what I did was I looked at the other callers that called your mom, okay, and I found another Cincinnati, Ohio number that looks like it was traveling with your phone to your mom's house. And
I don't have another phone either.
yeah, well, so when I looked at that and I put the two records together,
Oh, I understand.
I have a map from your house to your
Texas.
mom's house.
Oh, to my mom's house.
Correct.
Okay.
With those two phones, it maps directly from your house on the 22nd to your mom's house on the 24th.
I can promise you, I was not.
Okay.
I was not in California.
Listen to
in
me.
January.
Listen to me for a sec here. So
Sure.
when I looked at that,
Yes.
I checked. There's other systems that we can check that they have what's called a license plate reader.
Okay.
Okay. And when a license plate gets scanned on that as you're driving down the road, it takes a picture of your car. Okay. And the picture it took in Texas and in Arizona
was your car.
and California is a picture of your car.
I was not in California this year. All right, except in January.
Okay. Listen to me, Linda.
Okay, Coburger.
I'm listening.
Okay. All those records clearly show it was your Jeep. Okay. There's video surveillance cameras on your mom's apartment. Did you know that?
I did not.
The video surveillance cameras show you going into your mom's apartment when she was murdered. Okay. So what I'm here to do today to talk to you is about, I already know that you're the one that went there, okay? I need you to help me understand why you did this to your mom.
Ooh, I'm getting blood now.
Levente, it's clear to me. There's clear as day, unfortunately. We went and bought that phone at Best Buy. You're on video there, buying that phone, the Cricket wireless phone that you used during this trip. I have you on video there. I have your video on your mom's house.
I still understand why this guy went to Best Buy to buy one of those phones, a burner phone. Why? Why Best Buy? This high technological place.
A video afterwards with Athena leaving. Okay.
Casey.
Yeah.
And then not only that, he tells him, "Hey, I need a burner phone," to imply he's doing some criminal activity.
We're past that part. Okay. I know it's tough. This is something that's me hard to talk about, but
No, there's nothing hard to talk about. It's the fact that
explain to me why you killed your mom.
I didn't.
Did something happen there? You know what I've looked into? Listen to me for a minute. You know what I've looked into? It sounds to me like your mom was kind of a taskmaster, and she, I know she was upset a little bit about, your choices for school, and that she would kind of push on you a little bit.
No, but she didn't even want me to go into academia. She wanted me to be a nurse, an RN.
Well, listen, I can understand.
Over there, snap! He got a hissy fit.
Growing up, how you had a tough childhood.
No.
Okay, and I know you guys moved here. You lost your father.
Casey,
she has many different men.
Since I was 18, since 2010, I have been independent. I have never relied on her financially, emotionally. I mean, we've shared bonds, but that was it. Like,
hey, bro.
She never controlled when I went to Davis, when I switched majors. She wanted me to be a doctor. I wanted to be a historian at the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, there had to be something to where.
No.
Listen to me. It's clear, Levente. Let me show you a couple things here. Okay, just so you know. Okay, here's her trust, right?
Okay.
And this goes in to explain that you are her sole heir, so you do get all her property.
But I didn't even know about this. I mean, I knew she wrote one up, or she talked to attorneys,
sure.
But I didn't know about this.
Okay. Let me show you a few things here. Okay. So we can get past that part, because it's more about why. Okay.
It's not about why.
Okay. Okay.
I don't understand what you're saying.
This is your house right here, where this is.
Yes.
This is your mom's house.
Yes.
Okay. You understand that the pictures caught you along the route. That's your Jeep, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what you're telling me about being in Indiana and never leaving and not seeing your mom in January of this year.
No, I saw her in
is
January.
Clearly, well, you were at her house on the 24th of October.
I was not in her house. Of October of this year, I was not.
Levente, do you see what I'm showing you? You want to see more? Your pictures of your Jeep was taken all along your route with you in it. Okay? The video at your mom's house show you driving by at 3:30 that afternoon. Okay, in your Jeep. Okay, understand what all.
I'm convinced. Like some of these people, you could literally show them picture, video evidence, blood, DNA evidence. I used to say that a long time ago, and they'll still like deny it and be in some type of other. I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't there. No. Hey, here's the picture. Here's the video. I know, but. No, that's not true. I wasn't there.
All this says is that you were. So for you to sit here and tell me that makes zero sense, and it doesn't look, good for you. Okay? What I'm trying to understand is, did something happen when you were there that caused a struggle with your mom?
No.
Were you just mad at her? Do you need money?
No. I don't need money.
So what happened? Tell me what happened.
I don't.
That's the only way we're going to understand this a little bit better. Because you seem like a very intelligent, smart, and a nice person. And something had to have happened that day.
Nothing.
We all make mistakes.
No. I mean, I understand everybody makes mistakes, but no, First of all, as you pointed out, I had a rough childhood.
So what? He wants to get sympathy now.
But you know what? I've always had my mom. Always had my mom.
And you killed this woman.
She was the number one person, with the exception of the dog, that I could go to.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a dog.
There's no reason for me to hurt her. I never hurt her. I never did. If anything, I went out of my way to help her all the time. There's no...
Can you explain this?
I cannot. I absolutely cannot. But I did not do anything to her. I really did.
Maybe he's trying to be like, oh, well, somebody took my vehicle and stole it and drove it.
Do you understand that there was video surveillance all over that complex?
Okay, there was.
I watch you go in and out of the house. I watch you. Your mom actually had a video surveillance in her house because she was worried about the transients.
Okay.
Okay. I watched you do it. Okay.
What do you mean you watched me do it? I didn't do anything. Casey.
Help me explain why.
Why? Why what?
What happened that day? What happened in your life around that time where you decided
Nothing.
I have to do this?
Nothing.
Was it a spur of the moment? So your mom, you called her that day several times, and she actually told her friends about it and left voicemails about talking to you.
Yeah.
On the 24th.
Yeah, I spoke to her.
You told me earlier that you didn't. You said on the 22nd. But you called her from the phone that you bought at Best Buy.
No.
I only have one phone. I only have one phone.
Come on.
Casey.
Did you not buy a phone at Best Buy?
No! You're on video! What are you talking about, no?
I did not.
We saw your goofy ass on Best Buy. I don't know, man.
Do you want me to show you the video of it?
Show them the video.
Do you want me to show you the video?
Yeah, show them the video. Yeah, show his ass the video. Surprised they're even doing this for him. You can open up the MacBook and show his ass.
Do you not believe I have this? Or?
Casey.
I'm just.
Look, I understand you're looking for motive.
No.
There is absolutely no reason for me to hurt my mom. Okay.
No. Imagine how this guy's gonna do in prison. He'd be somebody's bitch. No, I didn't do that. No. Casey, come on.
This December.
They go, have his ass.
I was talking to her about meeting Hannah's parents.
Okay.
I asked my mom for her engagement ring so I can use it as a promise ring for Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing.
Did you find the ring there?
I don't have a ring. I absolutely do not have a ring. I'm not gonna hurt my mom for a little gold ring.
I know, there was more to it.
Okay.
Okay.
That was it.
That's a good question. I don't know why his nose looks so white. I'm not sure.
You have to, why did this happen? Why did you hurt your mom? Did you understand how this technology works?
I understand.
Do you understand that?
It communicates. There's cell towers, like, let's say every 25 miles away, and every time you move from one
So he's been researching.
zone to another zone to another zone, it kind of follows the cell tower or nearby cell tower. I understand that.
Okay.
But, like, for example, I don't know why it said Texas. I haven't been to Texas since I first moved out here.
Yeah.
Which was 2015. Because I drove through it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
You didn't buy a phone at Best Buy.
I'm saying I didn't hurt my mom.
You're saying
I didn't buy a cell phone
at Best Buy.
At Best Buy.
You did not.
I didn't go to California this year except in January to see, and I flew there. I didn't even drive.
Do you realize that these text messages you show me from your mom were after she was dead?
Oh.
They were sent after she was dead.
Oh.
You sent those texts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From my phone.
Right. You sent those texts from your mom's phone to you. She couldn't.
What?
you said, and that's happened before. Sometimes with these killers, the person they killed, did Brian Lodge do that? Some of these people that they've killed, they'll use their phone and text them back or some shit. Hey, how are you? Oh no, everything's fine.
She was dead. They were sent after she was dead. You sent those texts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From my phone.
Right. You sent those texts from your mom's phone to you because she was already dead. She couldn't.
What? No. Look. Hold on. I'm sorry. No. I didn't send those text messages.
Okay.
I don't know. Look, I finished the test. First of all, why don't you, is there a way to see? You're accusing me of hurting my own mom.
Well, do you understand why?
Because of a map, of a phone and another phone traveling.
Videos of you at her house, walking into the house, walking out with the dog. Okay, I know this. Where's Athena?
I don't have Athena.
That's what I'm wondering. Where is the dog? Where's Chloe? Well, we know Chloe supposedly, I don't know if they said Vermont, but where's Athena?
Where is she?
I don't know because I haven't.
Did you leave her there? Is she still alive?
I don't have the dog. I don't know if she's alive.
Bro, that's dirty. He's seen walking out with the dog. I wonder if he just let the dog just go stray. Just let the dog out on the streets.
I haven't seen the dog or my mom since January.
Wow.
I did.
That's dirty.
Okay.
Look, I've been open with you with everything.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. But unfortunately, you know, I have things that show different. So because I like you, I want to spend this time with you, but I'd like to understand why. It's clear, Levente, that something happened that day with you and your mom.
Look, okay, let's lay it down. It's not financial. I don't need money. I didn't even know that she left this to me because she said she was going to leave it for Judith, for Yudi. It's not the dog. I don't want the dog.
Okay.
What is it? There isn't anything. I'm trying to lay it down for you so you could see that there is literally nothing. I had a good relationship with my mom. Look at the text messages. If you could contact AT&T, why don't you read like the conversations I've had with her? Why don't you see the long phone calls I've had with her?
Because I've seen fucks like you before do the same type of thing. There was a Florida story. I don't remember the woman's name. A sweet Florida woman. I think she was the teacher. And she had great conversations with her son. And she invited her son to come visit. And this piece of shit drives up there and stabs her to death. And I guess you could hear some of it on the Ring camera. So this whole, just look at the text message. We had great conversations. No, we had look. Yeah, because that's how some of you disgusting people are. Florida mom stabbed. Which we covered that on the channel too. I forgot which story it was. And there was another one 4 months ago. There was a teacher. I forgot. We covered it. Florida man confessed to killing his mother. This is the one. I found another one too. It's like the
his
Alex
calm
Murdoch
demeanor seen on this door.
The Alex Murdoch thing. Oh, but we took good pictures. They were smiling together, so he couldn't have killed him. Right. No way he did that. No, because he was smiling. They were smiling together. They looked so happy. Right.
Do you love her? He said, oh, yeah, I love her. Do y'all get along? Yeah, 8 out of 10, we get along. But I've wanted to kill her for years, and I made up my mind as I drove from Gainesville, today is the day. And he then showed up at the front door. Now we got a video clip.
You guys remember this?
Of a Ring camera, and you can see the knife as he approaches the front door.
Wow. Look at this shit. On a mission.
Notice behind his back.
Trying to open the door first with a knife behind his back. Bro!
He tried to open the door, and the door was locked, so he knocked on the door, and his beautiful mother was so excited to see her son, she opened the door. The second she opened the door, he charged in and started stabbing her. He made the statement that he knew where to stab her for maximum effect because of his biology classes. We have another audio that we're not going to play from the inside of the house where she's screaming, Manny, Manny, Manny. And he's not saying one word. He stabbed her in excess of 70 times. He once again told us he loved his mom. As she tried to get up off of the floor, he stabbed her some more. He said he noticed her hands were still moving, so he stabbed her some more. And then he told the detectives in his confession that he had cut his hand on the knife
Right.
while stabbing his mother.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's standing at the kitchen sink washing himself off and the knife, he wanted to ask his mother for the Neosporin.
Yeah.
for the
She was
cut on
wild.
his hand.
Wild. He wanted to ask the woman that he just stabbed, I don't know, 70 something plus times. Now he's washing his hands and he's like, oh no, I got a cut. And probably how many times when he was a baby and a child growing up, how many times she's taking care of him probably and helped take care of his wounds. He realized he cut himself because that's something they say happens sometimes. There's people that like stab people, even like Brian Koberger. They say, that's when I learned about that. Like when they stab people, sometimes there's people stabbing somebody, cut themselves in the process. And so I guess he realized he cut himself and he wanted Neosporin. He was going to ask his mother, but then he realized, oh, she's dead.
But he noticed she was dead.
Yeah. What kind of wild shit is that?
He immediately called 911 and confessed. And we have a clip of that for you.
Yes, tell me exactly what happened. I have someone. Okay, I've got help on the way. Stay on the line. What? Stay on the line with me, okay? I've got help on the way for you, okay? Okay, sir. Okay, I want you, yes, sir, I want you to take everything out of your pockets. And I want you to keep your hands out of your pockets, okay? Okay, how did this happen? I was doing a 7 months.
He said he stabbed his mom. Now, I want you to understand, this lady who was a school teacher for 20 years actually moved around and taught at different schools while her children were in school so she could be close to them.
So, yeah, that was that one story we covered a while back. Really sad. And, like, I know it comes off as a joke sometimes, but, like, I'm telling you, I see this shit. I mean, I sometimes say it sarcastically, but also it's really true. Like, you just don't know what some of these teenage kids are into. I mean, as much as you can try, who knows what's going on at school? You got to really try to be involved. Who knows what kind of mental health? God knows. This is just 3 or 4 months ago. Video released by prosecutors show a Florida teen in the moments before and after he's accused of fatally stabbing his mother. So they think this is a joke, but I'm actually kind of serious about this. These kids will kill you over some Xbox shit. You let them go hang out.
His calm demeanor seen on this doorbell video, a sheer contrast to the violent crime police say Derek Rosa commits hours later, October 12th.
I think this is a while back, though. This is 2023, not that long ago, but...
A doorbell camera shows Rosa walking in and out of his Hialeah apartment. His mother is sitting in a chair with her newborn baby. Their interaction seems peaceful and mundane. Rosa tells her in Spanish she's always reminding him not to run. This new video is now evidence in Rosa's upcoming trial. Hialeah police say the 13-year-old stabbed his mother to death while she was sleeping inside their Amelia Oaks home on West 79th Place off 4th Avenue. Detectives say they found 39-year-old Irina Garcia on the floor next to a crib with her 2-week-old baby inside. The baby was not hurt. 201. Just after 11:30, Rosa opens.
Yeah, eventually my bedroom, I want to padlock that shit. You're gonna need the code. Just gonna be you're gonna need the key to get in that bitch.
The front door again and is on the phone with 911. Here he's giving dispatch his address. Police say he just confessed to stabbing his mother several times. Rosa waits for police to show up. While on the phone, he's unsure what to do.
Go leave my house. Okay.
Minutes later, officers tell the teen to come out with his hands up.
Put the phone on the floor and go outside with your hands up in the air.
Hialeah already crazy. You say Hialeah?
Okay, miss.
I try to Miami, Hialeah, all those places. I try to avoid at all costs. I don't want to drive over there.
Okay.
Oh.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, crazy story. It's crazy nowadays, man. It really is. You know? All right, let's get back to this kid.
Why don't you talk to Joseph or Terry or anybody about my relationship with my mom?
Okay. You understand that your mom herself, in her own words, had said you called her, right when you called her from the phone you had at Best Buy. She told her friend on the 24th, that afternoon.
I don't know, maybe you understand, but my father passed away last fall.
Mm-hmm.
And?
My mom and I had a very close relationship. Everything she did for me. For you to even say such a thing, it's kind of ridiculous. I didn't know about this, and even if I did, it doesn't make a difference, because you're welcome to look at my financial records.
Okay, well, what's your financial situation right now?
It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's more
What does
than
that
fine. May I ask, though?
Let me look at your shit. What are you doing?
Have you been only focusing on me? Have you looked at other leads?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yes.
Everyone I spoke to, Terry and Joseph, they've been telling me the same thing, that it sounds like you guys don't know what is happening.
Really?
And if you're really wasting your time with me...
No, I wouldn't do that.
No, not wasting my time, but wasting your time with me.
No, I wouldn't do that either. Can you explain to me then the pictures of your Jeeps that are in Arizona and Texas? Because it's very clear your Jeep has this Jeep sticker here.
Yes, it does.
And what's this sticker?
When I lived in an apartment in Davis.
Okay. That's your license plate.
It's
right?
clear. It's not...
It's clear. Okay.
I can see it.
Can you explain that too?
No. No, I cannot.
Why?
I cannot. Because I have no answer.
So yeah, somebody took your vehicle?
And
That's your Jeep?
Sure.
Somebody took your Jeep, killed your mom, and dropped it off back to you? What was
Okay,
up?
that's in Texas.
Okay.
Okay. That's where your phone is hitting a tower.
Okay.
That's where the phone you bought at Best Buy is hitting a tower. Okay? Right there.
Okay.
Where you picture your Jeep.
Yes.
You in it. Okay?
Okay, I understand.
Okay. Help me explain that.
I can't
Okay.
because I don't know, you see.
Okay. So this is on the 23rd when you're driving out to California.
Okay.
Okay. This is on the 25th when you're driving back
Okay.
to Indiana.
Okay.
Okay.
I understand.
Like everywhere you went,
Yeah.
you got captured on video.
True, Mo.
Okay.
Okay. You understand that? You got captured everywhere you went.
And you have
There's
a
video
proof.
surveillance of you at the house. I'll probably show you that too. Okay? The Best Buy is really not that important. I know you had that phone and you called your mom from it because her own records show it, your records show it, and she tells her friend about talking to you right after that phone call from that phone. Okay?
Okay.
You're on video at her house, Levente. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? What you're saying flies in the face of reason.
No, I understand what you're saying. What I don't understand is reason.
Okay.
Proof, I guess.
Okay. Is that not your Jeep driving in front of your mom's house? That's on the
I don't know.
24th of October.
I can't. I mean, I saw the Jeep.
Okay, that's your Jeep, correct?
That's your Jeep.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. I just saw a
let's watch it
white
again. Here you go. Okay. What's that in that corner?
sticker.
Right? Okay.
Oh my god.
That's your sticker, the exact place you have it on your Jeep.
Oh, the
correct?
jerk clock
What's that
reset.
sticker?
What the hell?
Exact sticker you have on
I
your
gotta
Jeep,
fix
is
it.
that correct?
I didn't see the second sticker, but
Okay.
okay.
So this is in front of your mom's house.
Okay.
On 1024, look. At 1527, which means 327.
I didn't see my mom. The next day, I didn't see.
Explain that to me then.
I don't know.
That's your Jeep.
How do you know that's my Jeep, though? Can you show me proof of me?
Yeah. Is that what you need in order to tell me what happened?
Sure, but I didn't do anything.
Levente,
Yes.
I've been very nice to you.
I know
and I've
you
been
have.
over backwards to help explain all this. You realize there's you and Athena walking away. Okay? Right there. I have you on video going all the way up the street to where you parked. Do you realize that?
That's not me. That's not me. How can that be me?
Vente, because it was you. Okay?
You showed one person walking by with a dog.
I have lots of video. They're hard to get to on this, but do you not understand? Okay, so listen, if you were me, okay, And I know that your phone starts at your house here in Indiana.
And that there's
My phone are together, all these towers, until you shut it off on the way there.
Yes.
In Springfield or around Springfield, Missouri. You made mistakes. You called your own phone to check your voicemail on your way back from this phone you bought at Best Buy. Okay? That phone travels with your phone in your Jeep. There's pictures taking you along the whole way right to your mom's house.
Yes.
There's video surveillance of you in multiple places right at your mom's house. Okay? So tell me... You're telling me that you're here, but that's complete contradiction to everything that I know. So help me understand why this happened. I already know that you hurt your mom that day. Was there an argument?
No, because I did not hurt my mom. I did not see my mom.
Did you buy the phone at Best Buy?
The Cricket?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Okay, why did you buy that phone?
Personal reasons.
Like what?
Yeah, right.
Personal reasons.
Can you explain that to me?
No, because it has nothing to do with this. It has nothing to do with my mom or...
Well, you called your mom from it.
I did.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I spoke to her for like an hour.
Yeah. What did you guys talk about?
Many different things. The promised ring, my mom's job, the doctor's visit, talked about Joseph. That was it.
Why did you have to buy that phone for those conversations?
Personal reasons. I also made other calls.
Okay, to who on that phone?
To other people that are not at all related to this.
Okay.
And
what about Hannah?
I've called Hannah on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I've called Joseph on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did Hannah go with you to California?
No.
Did Joseph go with you to your mom's?
No.
Okay. Did anyone else go with you to your mom's?
No, because I didn't go to my mom's.
Okay. Where's that phone now?
I threw it away.
Where did you throw it away?
In my trash.
Where?
Where I live.
Where you live?
Yes.
Okay. And what day did you throw that phone away?
Last week.
And what kind of phone was it?
Flip phone.
Flip phone?
Yeah.
Okay. And how did you buy that?
At Best Buy.
What'd you pay with?
Cash.
Okay. You remember how much you spent roughly?
$25, $30.
Okay. What's Hannah gonna tell me when I talk to her about where you were?
That I was not there.
What's she gonna say? What'd you tell Hannah?
I was in California. But I didn't go see my mom. I didn't see her. I drove by her place.
What'd you
I went to Los Angeles. I went to Los Angeles too, and I could prove it to you. I could show it to you.
Okay.
To buy marijuana.
Check DM important vary.
And I bought medicinal marijuana. I went to it's on Venice Street in Los Angeles. That's why I went to California.
Okay.
And
how do you show that to me?
How?
Yeah.
I have the weed.
Cynthia, I wrote back to you. Thank you for the 20. I'll have to check it on my phone because you don't want people to hear, so I'm gonna have to listen to it on my phone. My clock. I don't know what's going on. First of all, I don't think I've ever had a jury. So far the trials that I've covered deliberate this long. So it's past 24 hours, and for some reason, this thing is not just. It doesn't want to take past 24 hours. Lord Almighty. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? And what's going on in the jury? What's going on in the courtroom? Will they decide? No! No, no, absolutely not. No. All right. Use the restroom.
My house.
Okay. And how much weed did you buy?
About $120 worth.
$120 worth of weed?
Yeah. It's 15 grams.
Okay.
That's it.
So that's why you came to California?
I know it sounds ridiculous, but I don't know anyone here except Hannah. Hannah is not going to go ask people. I'm not going to go ask other people either. She's in medical school.
Okay. What did you tell Hannah?
That I was going to Chicago.
And why did you tell her that?
Because she doesn't like it. She doesn't like, because she's in medical school, she's worried about, like, first of all, this is Indiana, they don't have any, if I got caught smoking weed here, she would get in trouble. Because of that, I kind of kept that a secret from her.
Okay. So what day did you leave to go to California?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, which was what? What's the date on Tuesday?
23rd.
Okay. And about what time did you leave?
8 a.m.
8 a.m.?
Yeah.
Okay. And how did you get
Or,
to
no, I'm sorry, 6 a.m. 6 a.m.
6 a.m.?
I drove.
You drove?
Yes.
In what?
My car.
Your Jeep?
Yes.
Okay, the same one I have the pictures of?
Yes.
Okay. How long did it take you, number one, to get to California?
Thursday, I think, was when I got there. Afternoon, it was about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock when I went to Los Angeles.
Okay. So did you stay anywhere?
No, I drove the entire time.
I
drove back.
Okay. When you say she wasn't there?
She wasn't there. I called her, I guess she was at work.
What date and time did you get back to Bloomington?
Friday.
Friday?
Friday.
Which was the 26th?
I think so.
Okay. And about what time?
Evening.
Evening?
Yeah, about 4 p.m.
What did you tell Hannah when you got back?
Nothing, I just told her that Chicago was fine.
I'm muted. I was muted. I can't play the audio, I guess, but it says from a source contacted on the way back in that their safety is in danger. Also, court staff will need a minimum of 1 hour to vacate the courthouse. Okay. There's crazy people outside, some of these nut jobs, and people like watching me, I don't know, looking at me. Let me see this clip.
Like, do you want to lose your whole weekend? Like, you want to come back Monday? You want to come back? Are you that committed to putting Karen Reed in jail that you want to come back Monday? Because jail ain't happening for Karen Reed. You will not convict her. So you can
the
either
screen is
send her
green?
home.
And they all left. Hundreds of them left like nothing. They all left. They no good.